Listeners, and welcome to the penultimate, that means last but one, James, episode of the Year of Shame Challenge Podcast 2020. We've nearly reached the end, and in the 11 months since we started, we have published literally minutes of high quality content for your delectation and enjoyment. If we're not quite on the vinegar strokes yet, we are certainly very close. And I have certainly grown very close to the four men in front of me on my budget laptop screen. And because of that, I'm not going to abuse them in the intros. No, in fact, I'm even going to try and be nice to them. So here goes. First up, forget what you've heard about him abusing his position and misappropriating anaesthetic equipment for his own nefarious sexual ends. This guy is actually so charming and good looking, he could be a movie star. If that movie was a Harold Shipman origin story.
Fuck off.
It's Duane Pearson.
Hey. Oh, you absolute wanker.
Talking of unfairly earned reputations, it's been suggested that this bloke is so rich he can just bribe people into taking the blame for bad things that he's done, like buying games and stuff. But do you know what? That's overlooking the generosity of the man. He's recently helped me through some tough times financially, and all I had to do in return was to admit to sending dick pics to the new bloke at his works and night wanking in his back garden with his nan's knickers over my head. It's Rich Burvis.
Oh, it's only funny because it's true.
My next co-host has had a bit of a hard time from us for the past 11 months, mainly due to his boring and monotonous voice. And you may well agree, listeners, but you're only getting half the picture. You're only experiencing the audio, not the visual. We've had the benefit of looking at him every month, sat on his sofa, slowly deteriorating in front of our eyes. And so to fully appreciate him and get more of a sense of the man, go onto YouTube and search for the keywords time-lapse, pork pie, decomposing. And you too will be able to love him as we do. It's James Jarwood.
Hey! Thanks, Dave.
Oh my god, that's got me decomposing pork pie. Oh my god.
And finally, listeners, you may have him pegged as a control freak, and you would be right. But again, you're not seeing the whole picture. Yes, he edits the show and controls every facet of it down to the finest detail. But what you don't understand is that he's not actually a dozy brummy twat who can't answer questions properly. No, he selflessly just makes himself sound like a complete knob, just to cast the rest of us in a better light. It's Stuart Whitehouse.
Thank you very much, Dave. That's probably the nicest one out of us all.
Hello, boys. All right.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
I have to say, well done, Dave. That was very good.
That's raised the bar yet again.
That is very good. Well done.
Oh my god. Clipping. I mean, you're clipping like a bitch.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wait till Jacko gets hold of decomposing.
Right, should we have a bit of pile progress then, boys, and tell us what you've been up to?
Shame. 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 Shame, shame.
We'll start with you, James.
Oh, get the short one out of the way. Go on.
So,
as your wife says.
Hey!
I don't think I've completed anything. I haven't completed anything this month. I've progressed further into Red Dead Redemption 2. Still enjoying it.
Oh, wow.
But to be fair, as always, most of my gaming has been Battlefield? Fucking no, it hasn't.
Battle Force 1.
Battle Force 1.
Battle Force. That's actually a game I've got.
You've only...
Fuck off.
No,
I don't
liar.
believe it.
You liar.
It's been the usual circle of FIFA and Call of Duty. I'll put Shenmue on again for a little bit as well. So I've progressed through that a little bit. Yeah, not really played anything.
What have you been doing outside of games, mate?
So I've caught up with Star Trek Discovery. I am fully up to speed with that. I really enjoyed it. The wife didn't, so I'm now watching it on my own. So,
A bit like sex.
Whee! So, yeah, I'm balls deep in that. That's really good fun. Really enjoying that. Started watching Red Dwarf again.
Oh, nice.
Ironically, considering we're talking about Holly.
Is there a point where that got shit? Do you guys know?
From the start?
Yeah. Season
6 or 7.
Season 6.
It's when the writers split.
Series 1, Episode 1.
Because there were...
Dwayne has sat up in his seat now.
Shut up,
He's
Stu.
like,
Your
yes,
opinion on this does not count.
Yes, it does.
Does not. So there was a point when there was 2 writers, Rob Grant and Doug Naylor, and they split. And basically, one of them's kind of like quite sci-fi geeky, and he's the one who stayed writing, and the other one was the one who was funny. So it stopped being funny after they split, which I think was like season 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So we're about halfway through season 1, watching it with the kids, which Josh really likes it. Lorelei hates it every time it goes on.
I was going to say, imagine Year of Shame with just Duane.
Yeah, exactly.
No, she's not. She's like, it's boring. It's not funny, and it's like, no, Lorelei, shut up.
She's got a point.
It probably maybe.
It says it all.
Now,
if she agrees with you, Stu, she says it all right.
True, yeah.
I read a couple of books, or rather, I've listened to a book and a half. So I had, because I'm Amazon.
I love that. I've read a couple of books. I haven't. I've listened to a book and a half.
Well, it wasn't that. I had 2, because I'm an Amazon Prime member. I was gifted 2 Audible audiobooks. So I went, ooh. So I went and picked one, and I picked James Haskell's What a Flanker and the autobiography of Arsene Wenger as well.
Which was called What a Wanker.
I can't imagine 2 shitter choices.
Ah, why not? It was something to listen to as I was going to work.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed them actually. I listened to 1.5 books actually. That's a lie. I've listened to both of them. The James Haskell book's quite good. The Wenger one's a bit. It's average.
French.
I thought
it's
a
bit like Wenger's career, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
In the round.
Well, only for the last 15 years.
I thought
compared to the 10 years of success, so on average, shit. Yeah.
So it was okay. It wasn't great.
We seem to have lost the room, James, in this one.
I thought on the way to work you'd be listening to Great Doors of the 21st Century or something like that.
I've been back in the office working.
How did you get into the
2
office?
days a week?
Opening doors, closing the doors. Yeah, that's a door.
Yeah, I drove, and then I walked in, and then I walked through doors, Dave.
Can I ask, do you have an open plan office?
Yes, it is open plan with a central...
They're just
does it have an open door policy?
Yeah, it's just everything is open plan.
It does not. It does not. Not allowed an open... Closed. Got a clear desk policy. It's nuclear.
Is Jim Morrison your CEO?
Is your manager approachable? Is his door always open?
Hey, that was
just
awful. Awful. Oh, God.
Only another month to go, James. Don't worry. Only another month to go.
Until the next lot of door puns.
Yeah, all the door puns out of the way.
Maybe. We'll see.
No. So, my son has had to self-isolate for the last 2 weeks because someone in his class got tested positive for the dreaded COVID. So the whole class was sent home, and he's been home now for just over a week and a half. So he gets to go back on Monday, which is good for him and good for us. Huh.
Mate, that must have brought the wank count right down.
I don't know. He probably wanks at school.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ugh. What a horrible image. Cheers, Rich.
That was funny.
Thanks, Dave.
So he gets to go back on Monday. Yeah. That's about it, really. Oh, and it's my birthday on Tuesday as well.
Happy birthday.
How old are you going to
mate.
be?
So I'm going to be 37.
Oh, almost a midlifer. Almost.
Almost.
Are we pop of a lad?
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
the decomposition
Decompetition.
decomposition of the pork pie.
Rich, what you been up to, mate? What you been playing?
I've been trying to get through XCOM and been playing. Do you know what? I've opened up Sniper Elite, Witcher again, fucking everything. Just opened up, shut doors. I think we're at the thick end of it. I could just get through this now. I don't.
You're feeling it, mate.
I can't get the. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna sort of slide this one out with COD and FIFA. To be fair.
Lame.
Oh, hang on a sec. You're the one who said last month
Pledge.
that we ought to have like a
the pledge.
a pledge. It was your idea.
I know. I've opened up all those other games, and with the idea of class 5ing them, I will obviously play them. I'm never going to class 5 them, but I have opened up a lot of stuff and just. It reminds me of the 80s when you'd run out of those VHS films and everything that you'd recorded, and you'd seen them all, and you put them back in. And you'd seen them all, and you put them back in, there was nothing on TV, that kind of thing. So I kind of feel it like that. The games on my pile at the moment are the sort of bonanza of recorded video equivalents on games. So yeah. So I don't think I'm going to dive into anything big. I'm too excited for Morales.
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 Yeah, that looks so good.
Morales. Yeah.
Looks
Too excited for that. Too excited for Cyberpunk when it comes in. Too excited for the PS5 and all that kind of nonsense. So I'm happy just to kind of maybe just cod it out to the end of the year, I think. So I will get through XCOM. Now, if I get through XCOM, then that will be a big thing, because that is a big game. 101 hours so far on that game.
Yikes. How long and how many did you say it took, Stu?
Well, it was 70. It's a 70-hour game. It's a 70-hour game, but I bailed out. I did a 40-hour stint and got stuck and had to bail out, start again. So I'm probably 10, 15 hours off the end, but I just don't know with that game. But I think if I do XCOM by the end of the year, I'll be happy. So yeah, so that would be good. What else have I been doing? I've been watching Fargo, second season.
Yeah, I've not seen the second
So
season,
good.
Which I'm enjoying. I like the styling of it. I like the way that they've connected to it. It's very clever because they could have. I think I've said it before, but they could have fucked it up so much. But it's so different but connected. So that's good. And I've been listening to Ed Snowden's Permanent Record. And if you haven't listened to that, it's quite a book. It could be deemed as quite boring, but do you remember Ed Snowden?
Edward Snowden, the American intelligence guy, the CIA guy, or whatever it was.
The CIA guy who blew the whistleblower on the American intelligence surveillance. Do you guys not know Edward Snowden?
No. I know it. I've heard of him. Yeah. Is he still in? He's in hiding still, is he? Or
he's now in Russia. He's now in Russia. He's now been taken over to Russia. But I swear to God, you have got to listen to that. You will never access the internet again after listening to that. Edward Snowden. And I tell you what blows my mind is this guy put everything on the table. And I guess if you listen to anything from coming out of the US, you'd say that he was doing that. But he put everything on the table to blow this out of what the actual US government does. And everyone is giving exactly the same reaction as that you guys are doing now.
Yeah, is he like changed? Is he changed anything by doing what he did?
No, he's changed nothing. And what he has revealed is, you've got to listen to it, man. You have to listen to it because I do think is exactly what I'm sorry to get deep, but it's exactly what the problem with this globe is. He revealed one of the biggest secrets. Basically, the US intelligence agency monitors everyone all the time, every single person. And I'm going to sound conspiracy theorist, but he describes the centre that they've got of the amount of data that they hold forever, permanently. And they have the equivalent of Google, which I think is called it's called _X something or other, and it's their internal Google, and they can search it, and bring up every single interaction that you've ever done on the web, everything, absolutely everything, whether or not you're private browsing, not private browsing, emails, telephone records, everything, and search anyone from this one Google equivalent, if he's to be believed. But honestly, listen to that book, Permanent Record. It will blow your mind. You will be Tor-servered up before. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know a Tor server? Yeah. So Stu's, I'm not sure if Stu's part of the intelligence agency because he's going to shut us down in a minute. But what do you think, Stu, about that?
This episode will be heavily edited, I reckon.
Yeah, a lot of
redacted.
What do you do on cybersecurity, Stu? What do you do?
I don't really deal with that side of it. I deal with internal server security and, well, not of running, say physical security. It's more about make sure systems are up and running. That we have another team who deal with that side of it anyway. So I don't have to concentrate on any of that. Somebody else.
What do you think personally about it? Do you encrypt everything?
Oh, I double encrypt everything. I have two-form authentication whenever I can, and even that's not secure enough. But I do what I can.
Mate, if you went on the same website Stu goes on, you'd encrypt everything too.
No, it's forget government conspiracies and all that kind of stuff. It's just there's a lot of bad people out there, and there's a lot of bad people who want your data, and it's just like today, like Laura got a text message from Vodafone. We're not in with Vodafone. It's that easy. So they've got her details from somewhere and all that kind of. And it's just that the kind of thing what goes on. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I think I will look into that though. But I'll probably end up being really paranoid and probably leave my job and hide underneath a rock and never do anything ever again. Never switch your computer on. Won't be able to get a PlayStation 5 because you ruined it for me.
No, yeah. It is one of the most boring books I've ever listened to. It's probably more boring than Arsene Wenger's story.
Hey.
But when you get through it and you think, why did this guy do it? He was 30 years old and he's absolutely ruined his life.
What's he doing now?
Change what?
Does it mention in the book what he's actually doing now, or
hiding?
Yeah. He's basically Julian Assange. He was in Ecuador and now he's just got to Russia.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
He's committed. Anyway. He's committed treason, isn't he? Basically, is that right? He's a whistleblower. No, Fourth Amendment of the American Constitution does actually require. Not that my mind's been turned by Edward Snowden, the evil thing.
Anyway, listen to it. I'm 3/4 of the way through the book. I've really enjoyed it. It's good.
I should be having a look at that.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay, cool.
Conspiracy theories.
Nice,
Tin hat.
nice one, mate. Duane, what you been up to? What you been playing?
So quickly go over what I've been doing outside of gaming. So I'm starting a new band with a drummer I used to play with before, and it's the kind of project I want to do. It's kind of the kind of up tempo.
Ooh, a drummer and a bass player.
Yeah. It's good fun. So it's kind of I want to kind of like a party style band which does kind of like funk, soul, disco kind of stuff. So it's a little more technically challenging, which I've been having to learn some songs, and obviously I've got a little bit rusty on like that kind of technical ability, so my fingers haven't quite been up to it, but they're kind of getting back, which is good. So I finished recording here today. I've got to shoot out for a practice, which is I'm really looking forward to. So that'll be really, really good fun.
What song have you been learning? What's the hardest one?
Disco Inferno, September by Earth, Wind and Fire, and I think those are like the two challenging ones which I've done this week. Also, the guy said Get Down On It by Cool and the Gang, but that's actually really, really easy.
Oh, excellent.
So,
highly skilled musical pieces that were straight down the middle of the road of weddings.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for. That kind of
Get down on
yeah,
it.
exactly. Those kind of like just get people up dancing kind of shit songs. I mean, it might not be particularly challenging politically, but it's just good fun to play. So that's kind of what I'm going for. TV.
Are your previous band members going to be boycotting this practice? They're the big bats.
Oh, I expect so. Actually, interestingly, the guitarist I've got lined up who's come to join us actually did play with that band for a little bit, and he sent me an advert that the drummer from that band, the one who threw me out, has actually put out looking for new band members. So that's quite funny.
Are you starting this band then, Duane?
Yeah, I'm starting. It's my project, and
What's the band called?
We haven't named it yet. This is like our second practice, so like it's still very early days, my friend.
Can it be called the Dwayne Pearson Project?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm calling it.
Like all funk and soul troops have to be like
Some kind of project.
Take the leader, yeah.
I was going to call
Disco Bastards.
Disco Bastards. No, that's actually
Disco Bastards.
that's a great name.
Disco Bastards.
That's
Yeah,
not
I
a
don't
bad-
think you'll
that's
get
not a
booked for
bad
weddings
idea.
though, or funerals.
Yeah, so TV, we're still plodding along with Buffy, really enjoying that. Actually, that's really good fun. And been watching The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. That's the second season is running now. So I've only watched the first 3 episodes because I watch it on my day off because Lydia doesn't watch that. So yeah, I've been really enjoying that. Gaming.
We don't watch that as a couple.
No, she's not into Star Wars
don't
the same
watch
as me.
that.
She's watched the movies, but she doesn't kind of get it like involved in like the peripheral stuff, which I've been enjoying. Gaming, just Bloodborne. I've decided that I just want to finish that. I was kind of toying with the idea of trying to platinum it before the end of the year, but I was looking into what was involved, and the Chalice dungeons look like they're a bit of a bitch, and you have to get to the last boss in those. So maybe not. But I did something. I decided that as I was enjoying Bloodborne so much, and I heard somebody said, I think it was James Watley posted saying, if you're going to play the Old Hunters, the DLC, you need to do it before you finish the main game, because if you access it after New Game Plus, it's hard. So, I purchased, as my Joker, the Old Hunters DLC for Bloodborne.
Morning. Please remain calm. Some daft bastard has bought a game. I repeat. Some daft bastard has bought a game.
So that's my Joker.
Wow.
That's my Joker. It was on sale in the Halloween sale on the PlayStation Store, so it was actually sort of like eight quid or something. So it's like really cheap. But I will say this: even though I've not accessed it on New Game Plus, it's fucking hard. It's actually harder than like the main game. I'm like.
What did you expect?
But it's hard. It's actually hard. I thought I'd sort of scaled up, sort of overpowered myself a little bit, so I'd probably like not struggle too much. But it's really, really hard. I'm enjoying it though. I'm enjoying it.
That's a perverse Joker. That is a perverse Joker.
Is.
Maybe the perversest Joker that
Probably,
any Shame
probably,
has ever
but-
done. An £8 DLC.
Yep, I know.
For Bloodborne.
I know. But it's fine. It's because I figured I don't think I'm going to go back to this game once I finished it. And if I want to play the DLC, now is the time to do it. So
While you're in it.
whilst I'm in it. So that's why I did that. I think weirdly, had I not bought the DLC, I probably would be a lot closer to finishing now, because I think I've got of the optional bosses just Marta Ligarius, who's a complete dick, and I think 2 on the main story. So I think I'm actually quite close on that one. But if I want to platinum it, I'm gonna have to, I think, do some of the new game plus to access some of the bits I missed.
Do you think this game will take you to the end of the year? No.
Quite probably.
Yeah, because we've only got, is it only 40 days until
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Something like
Is
that.
that all we got left?
40 days, 2 hours and 2 minutes.
Well, actually, I've actually got less than that, just to point out.
He's got about 12 hours left.
I got about 12 hours less than you guys.
He's in the
better
future.
get a move on then, Duane. Quick.
Yeah, so but the problem is normally I'd be like doing it on my days off, but my days off now are like being taken up by learning tricky songs on the bass. So my gaming time is being impacted by this new music project, but that's fine. It's fine. I know.
No, it's not. That's poor commitment.
It's poor commitment.
Remember, Duane, disco bastards.
Disco bastards. So I'm hoping to have it finished by the end of the year.
Or Pearson's party perverts.
Ooh, nice.
You absolute bastard. So yeah, that's all I've been playing. Bloodborne. I've been chipping away at that, but I'm still really enjoying it.
Are you finished, Duane?
Yeah. So Dave, what about you? What have you been doing this past month?
To be honest, I was trying to think of interesting things I've done outside of gaming this morning.
Did you create? What have you invented in your house now?
I couldn't think of anything.
Oh.
I have my ensuite tiled. Does that count? No. So.
Did you do it?
No.
Well, no, then
No, it doesn't count.
Fine. So, in terms
What did you
of
tile it in? Kit Kat wrappers?
Or cats?
Cats.
Cats.
Bollocks.
It must have taken a lot of cats.
Cats
Unless you've got a really
bollocks.
small bathroom.
I got this deal on with a local vet. They when they do a castration, they sort me out.
So it's covered in cat genitals.
Cat bollocks.
That's
Cat's
how you've
bollocks.
done
Yeah, it's the new thing.
I never want to come to your house, I think.
That'll be,
Does it double as a kind of back massager?
Oh my
A little
god!
bit. You can kind of
You
rub
could
yourself
go
on.
as you're in the shower.
They're
sort of
really
rub up
small.
against-
They're really small, but it's okay. Yeah,
sort of ball bearing like.
it
But
depends.
not softer than that, aren't they?
Well, it depends
Very.
how much semen was in them when they were removed. So anyway, I've been watching Star Trek on telly as well, on Netflix. Oh, it's
You're
brilliant.
still enjoying
Star
it?
Trek.
You're still enjoying it?
Yeah, it's light. It's lighter than the first 2 series were. I
I
think.
have to say, I don't know whether you found this and you found this, James. Every episode, somebody has to cry. And they have to play a piano. Those chords what make you go, oh. And somebody's sad, but happy, but they're sad. Have you found that?
That's
Yeah,
just, that's just
they
what
have-
TV's like now.
They have tried to insert a bit too much emotion.
Yeah, it's like remember Michael? She was meant to be raised by Vulcans.
Vulcan. Yeah. Well.
Therefore, so she had no emotion. And now she's this emotional wreck. It's just like, hang on a second. What's all this about?
I've always had a problem with the Vulcan idea of no emotion and them actually ever carrying it through.
Yeah.
From even Spock, it is never.
Because it's boring.
It's
if you
never-
carry it
I've
through,
never
and remember it's all
bought it.
fiction, it's just boring. You could, watching somebody just having no
I know.
emotion.
I know. It's like podcasting with Duane.
Hey! It's going to come up.
Rich has got it in for you, Duane, tonight.
I've got
What are you
emotions.
doing?
Have you? Go on. Cry. Prove it. Go on. Cry. See? Cry.
Oh, he is crying.
Look
He
at
is
him.
crying.
No, he's not. He's
Absolute
pretending. Look at that.
bastards.
That's rubbish. Look at it. Rubbish.
His lip go.
See, no, he's laughing. Look at him.
It's like he looks like Eddie Vedder having a stroke.
Oh, he's wiping stuff on his face now. That's weird. Let's move on.
It's your cat. It's your cat semen.
Cat's
Cat semen.
Anyway.
So I've been watching that. I've started watching. I've watched one episode. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. I took out about 33 days ago. I took out the Amazon 28-day trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fucked up. Didn't cancel it and bought a year's worth of Amazon by accident.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
There's some good stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, really good.
So
what did you watch? What did you watch?
I'm going to get my money's worth because I feel that they fucked me over.
Well, they haven't really, have they? You've just fucked up.
All right, yeah, well, okay. So I'm going to watch everything on Amazon in this year.
Everything.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you show them.
You're
fucking show
extending a
them.
really
I'll show
simple
those
story
by just
by
watching everything.
fucking ages.
Yeah. What have you watched on Amazon?
The man in the high castle episode 1.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
I did want to watch that.
I didn't get into it. I just didn't click with me, that.
I'll give it a bit more. It's if the Germans won the war stuff, blah blah blah.
Yep.
But it was based on something that Philip K. Dick wrote, and he's wrote some really good shit. So
Blade Runner, Minority
what-
Report, Total Recall,
yeah,
I think, are all ones that he did.
yeah. The guy's prolific, writing good stuff.
Oh.
Right, so gaming wise, then let's move on to the gaming.
What obscure bullshit have you been playing? What have you pack-a-fived?
Well, I've actually finished a game.
What?
I finished Bloodborne.
Hey,
What, finished? As in,
Finished.
you rolled credits? You saw credits at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, I want
Oh,
fucking
mate.
proof of that.
That's fucking ace. Well done.
That is very good.
Hang on. Is there any proof?
Yep, I actually messaged him because I saw his trophies on the PlayStation app on the phone, and I went, "Fuck, mate, you finished it! Well done, that's great news." So yeah, he's done it, or somebody else has done it for him.
No, I did it. What a game!
No.
What a game that was.
I take, did you do all the bosses, or have you just done enough to get to the credits?
Oh, to be fair,
No, mate,
it doesn't matter, but
It's
There is
absolutely,
no. I am not. No,
yeah.
I'm not. I'm just interested. Like, if you did do the other stuff as well, I'll be that game. I just want to get to the end as fast as possible myself.
Did you notice how Stu was straight in there then,
What?
trying to belittle my achievement?
Oh, no.
Immediately he was in.
No, you took it out of context, sir.
No, I didn't do all the optional stuff. I did a couple of optional things.
Yeah.
Mainly because I didn't realise they were optional. If I had known they were optional, I wouldn't have fucking done them.
Or like Amygdala, who's a complete dick. Yep.
I do love the way you've managed to complete a game, but somehow pack-a-fived bits along the way.
No, I don't think we should detract from his achievement with this.
That was a game I wanted to play this year, and it's a game even watching you. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm just not going to play it.
He's a better gamer than
Can I say, guys, is this not what Year of Shame is about?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Take the piss out of Dave.
No.
Oh.
So just
I didn't see that memo.
reaching down deep, attacking a game that you would never have completed and completed it. That's
We've all done that.
Come on, I am being serious. I'm not being glib for once. I'm just saying, would Packer have gone anywhere near? I mean, is this not the ultimate sort of Year of Shame? The fact that this absolute
Careful.
laggard of gaming has committed to Bloodborne, one of the most difficult games ever.
It was hard.
Yeah, exactly, and actually get to the end of it. I say congrats.
I think it
all
went
serious.
Absolutely.
No jokes.
Hey.
No jokes.
Well done, Dave.
Very good.
Thank you, boys.
Definitely.
Thank you. It's a fucking great game. It's a really great game. What you need to understand, I love this game, and there are three possible. I'm not going to talk about endings. Can you spoil a game that's 5 years old? I don't know, but I'm not going to talk about the endings. But I took one of the endings is like the quickest ending, and I'll admit I took that, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But it seemed to fit in with. I just wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible, so it kind of fit in with the narrative I was playing on it anyway. But at the end of it, I love that game, but I had no idea what had actually happened in it. I don't know what the story was.
No, but that does describe 99% of your gaming experience, though, doesn't it?
But potentially,
do you know what's happened? What's the story of Streets of Rage 4?
You've got to beat people up, mate. Mr. X has taken over.
There's no story to it. You've completed it 9 times.
There is a story. There's a story, but
is there?
But yeah, Bloodborne story is very obscure. I didn't have a clue what was going on really, but since I finished it, I wanted to finish it, but I didn't want to finish it at the same time. I knew I was about to finish, but I didn't really want to.
Dave, here's a callback. Remember that game? Was it Layers of Fear? What you're talking about a few months back, where you asked the question: should a game be that obscure that you need to read up of what it was actually going on about to actually enjoy what the game was?
Here They Lie.
Here They Lie. That's the one. Yeah. Is this? Would you class this as the same? If you didn't understand the story,
it was nowhere near as pretentious as that game.
Okay. Okay.
It just had an obscure story. It had a story. I think you just had to look deeper than I looked. I think. But it was a brilliant game, and I to be honest, I miss it even now. I kind of miss being in that world.
Oh,
I never
DLC.
I never thought I'd say
Bless
that.
you. Bless you. There's PS5 upgrade. There's Dark Souls. There's a whole world of shit.
And you've got a Joker left, so you've got you can get the DLC.
I haven't got a Joker left.
He hasn't, has he?
No, he hasn't. So, Dave.
Last night it came on offer, and I thought I'm fucking having this. Ghost of Tsushima.
Warning. Please remain calm. Some daft bastard has bought a game. I repeat. Some daft bastard has bought a game.
Nice.
It went to 39 quid on PS Store. I had 25 quid. I can't remember where I got that from.
I don't know where you got that from.
No.
You're welcome.
I'm fucking having that. It cost me £14 and 4p. And I bought the fucker. And I played an hour of it last night, and it's lovely. And I was so excited about buying the game.
Yeah.
I was dancing around the house. It's brilliant.
Was it a physical or a PSN download? Sorry, I didn't.
Digital.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So excited. Downloaded it. I've pack of 5 it. Shit. No, it's not really. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting stuck into that over the coming kind of days and weeks. That'll see me through till the new year.
That's good. I'm really glad you put that to good use, Dave. I'm really pleased about that.
Yeah, thank you, Duane, for that. And I've got to thank Duane for challenging me to play Bloodborne.
Oh, that's
otherwise I just
beautiful,
wouldn't have got back into that. So
was this money? Hang on a sec, Duane. Was this money for playing Bloodborne and completing it, or was this for winning the quiz you did the other week?
This was the Quizmaster Popmaster style quiz we did.
Right, okay.
Way back
you
when.
had to bribe him to play Bloodborne.
No. And can I just sort of a quick point? Both Dave and Dave, who won the cryptic thing, have both very generously said they're going to put their winnings to charity. So I'm going to send that on to, and I think awesome. I'm going to do special effects. I think because that seems to be the MLG charity of choice. So I'm going to send that through to them.
It is up to
so
special.
Both Dave and Dave South Halls both said to do that. So thanks, guys. That's really, really good of you.
Excellent. Oh, another side note as well for everybody who wants to support Special Effect. If you buy stuff off Amazon are affiliated with Special Effect, or Special Effect, sorry, affiliated with Amazon, and you can actually go directly to the Amazon store. I'll post a link in our Facebook group, and that's how I do now. So my default now is anything I buy off Amazon, Special Effect always get a piece of that action. So
excellent, that's really cool.
I suggest everybody do that as well. That's brilliant.
Awesome.
Nice one, Dave. Bloodborne out the way. Done. Dusted.
I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed.
I'm so happy
really
about that.
impressed.
And
I never believed.
You've got a really nice game after it bought it
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
well.
I never believed when I set that as your David's challenge a month or so back that you would actually go on after the challenge had ended and finish it. That's like a real achievement. Dave, I'm really proud of you. Well done.
It got its hooks into me. It's just a fucking great game.
No, I'm really enjoying it. I am really, really enjoying it. It's solid. It's so good.
It reminds me of how I feel sometimes. There's a TV show where people get together, and at the end of it, when they find love, and actually you don't think they're going to find love, and they go off together, and it's really cute. The Undateables. Have you ever seen The Undateables?
Yeah.
I think I saw Dave on there actually.
It feels like that to me. That
because Dave's Undateable.
You didn't think that you would find love with Bloodborne, and you have. You're both.
Thanks, Rich. I don't know if you're taking the piss at me. I suspect that you are.
He's talking. He probably is.
What we need, Rich, is a beautiful love song, and you need to create it for him. Nice little.
Just put Celine Dion in.
Royalty free love song. That's the thing.
The ugliest game that's ever been made, and the ugliest gamer.
The world of Bloodborne is horrific, but it doesn't stay horrific. It becomes a place that I actually miss it. I miss all that horrific shit. It's a great game. James, give it 10 hours, mate, and see how.
Yeah, James, give it a go.
Right.
Give it a go.
I'll tell you what. I will give it 10 hours minimum 10 hours before we next do our podcast. Before we do the December podcast, I will stick Bloodborne on for 10 hours minimum.
I reckon I played it for about. I don't know, to be honest. Was it Duane that played it for 50?
Oh, I'm up to like 70 something now.
Maybe I did 40 hours. I'm not sure. Anyway, enough about me. Stu, what have you been up to, mate? What have you been playing?
Right. I've gone back to a game which I started back in 2017, I think it was. A game called
Division 1.
No, a game called We Happy Few. And to be fair, that's the only one I've been playing, apart from Division 2, obviously, but that's whatever. But so I've been trying to get through We Happy Few. So does anybody remember We Happy Few? What it's about?
I'm aware of it.
Right, so yeah, so it was a big Xbox reveal way back, and then I don't know, the developer just went. I think 2K ended up distributing it for them, and it all went a bit tits up. And you could tell in the game, it's very janky, but it's really stylistic,
right.
and I love it. It's not. It's set in England.
Is it borderline steampunky?
No, nothing at all.
No,
like
that's
steampunk. No,
you take drugs in it, don't you? But then you
yeah. Well, what you do, like, there's this society where they're basically on drugs all the time, but what they see is beautiful things, like there's a dinner and it's the most beautiful dinner in the world, but really, if they're not on the drug, it's a dead rat and things like that. So they just eat all off fruit and all that kind of stuff. Now, the game was originally, I think, made as
It just reminds me of Clockwork Orange. But it's
you
not.
know what?
It's not.
Yes,
in style, isn't it?
It's not as horrific as Clockwork Orange in that sense, but and the original game was a survival. I think it was classed as a survival, not horror, but a survival kind of game. I've got to admit, I'm not playing it on survival. Yeah, I just can't be arsed with that. It's this game where I don't know where you've played one of these games where you've got so far and you're so lost and you have no idea what the story is and you know what to do, and then you just leave it, and that's what happened to me. So I've played now up to the part where I gave up the game, and now I'm past that. So I've made a conscious effort now to make sure I'm on track with the story and things like that. So, but unfortunately there's a lot of fetch questy kind of things in the game, which are just there just to, I don't know, pad out the game. You can tell they shouldn't really be there. So I'm just trying to get through this, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm quite enjoying it. It's got quite a good sense of humour. It's not a bad game. I will complete it. It's a game I've been out there. I actually bought it day one, so it cost me 60 quid. I pre-ordered it digital. And I played it for about, 10 hours and then just gave up on it. And only because I got lost and frustrated with it. So a little bit, I suppose, remember there I was playing God of War a few months back.
Yep.
And that one, I've just pack a 5 that one.
Go on, Stu.
No, I know it's a good. This is the worst thing. I know it's a good game, but I just got frustrated. The second time I started it, I got lost again.
It's not for you, mate. It's not for you.
Yeah, I know, and I just don't. It's a shame because I know it's a good game. I mean, the combat in it was good.
If it's too hard.
No, it wasn't too hard. It was just frustrating because I kept on
going. If it's too hard and you can't do it, just play something a bit easier.
Coming from Packer. Oh.
Right, so what I want to do, I'm not doing a pledge, obviously, because there's no point in that now, but I do want to finish We Happy Few. And the last things, right, I'm going to talk about the last things on my priority. So I class as a priority 1, as in I want to complete these by the end of the year. Now, I did have God of War on there, and I did have Watch Dogs 2. Fuck that game. That right off, no. That's so Packer 5'd. It's unbelievable that one is. That's gone. God of War, I have Packer 5 that one begrudgingly, but I may go back to it one day. So what I have left on my list are We Happy Few, Prey. Now I got about halfway through there, and it was so hard. I don't know. Has anybody played Prey?
Yeah, I give up.
God,
that's years old, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's such a stylized and. The thing is though, that game is, I love that kind of game. There's multiple ways of doing the scene and all that, but the problem is though, I don't know, it's probably a bit like, it's not harder than Bloodborne, don't get me wrong, but at least with Bloodborne, if you die, at least you can run to the place and get your shit back. This, you die.
Yeah, you just run to the place and get your shit back, Stu, in Bloodborne. Yeah. That's what you do, mate, yeah.
Oh, God, I lost, like about 30,000 echoes last night playing because I died just running back to get, seriously... Oh my God!
Just run back and get
your shit.
No, we pray though. When you die, it's one of these games. When you die, you say if you've got 30 bullets left in your gun, and you've used 20. That's it. You've only got 10 left, and you've got to do it all again with less resources. Yeah. And it's just, and it gets one of those things where you're in the slip then going, well, I can't do it now because it's impossible. I can't get from A to B because I've got nothing to get me help me. So that's what I've got. So I'll probably restart that one. I've got Untitled Goose Game still to play, to complete. I can't. How can I not complete that? And then I've got 2 more games, which are PS Plus games, which I'd like to do. Is Remember Me, which is a PS3 game, and Far Cry 2. Never played it. I love Far Cry.
Far Cry 2.
Yeah, but I should be playing that because I love Far Cry. So,
but mate, that one is weird because you get malaria and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm willing to give it a go. No, those 2, to be fair, will be the last one. So I think after We Happy Few, I might as well get rid of Untitled Goose Game because surely that's a couple of hours and I'm done. And then I think Prey, and then if Prey doesn't take me to the end of the year, then I would then probably start the other 2. So that's my test for that one. So
I'll make a prediction, mate. I don't think you'll get on with Far Cry 2.
Maybe
it's different. It's different to the others.
Yeah. I have played a bit of it. I mean, in the dock, I've completed 30%, but I can't remember what 30% that was. So, but anyway, right. What I've been watching, it's Star Trek, like everybody. But don't know if anybody's noticed. And if you haven't watched it, you must do so on Netflix. Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse is on there now.
I've seen that.
You need to get on that shit. It's the bomb. It's so good. It's so good.
It is excellent.
It's the best Spider-Man film there is.
It's wonderful.
Oh yeah.
I've started watching Queen's Gambit, but only the first half hour, and then I just got to it. And it's quite good. It seems quite better. Chess girl is a chess master or things like that. So,
a chess master.
Yep, chess master.
And what else have I been watching? There's just nothing really. So, and my home life. I've had the same problem as what James said. So my 5-year-old lad, they shut the whole school down.
Ooh.
The lot, and he's only just went back in on Friday after 2 weeks of being at home. And right, this is the weirdest thing. So my eldest son and daughter, they go to a completely different school, and Luca had to be sent home for 2 weeks, but Nush could still go to school because he had in his class he had a confirmed case, a bit like yours, James.
Yeah,
so we had the same. So and then Luca.
But my daughter goes to the same school as Josh. She's in the year below.
She had to go as well.
But she's still going to school.
So did you have any problems with them going? That's not fair. I want to stay at home as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Luckily, we didn't really have much of that, but yeah. But no, anyway, it's all back to normal now. So,
But I just beat her and told her she's got no choice.
But there's
Kids are back at
absolutely
school.
no logic with that. So if
I know
James's son was in a class where somebody had a confirmed case, but his daughter isn't in the year below, but she's been socialising with somebody who was in a class which has a confirmed case, why is she then not treated the same? That makes zero sense.
Duane,
that makes zero sense to me.
You're not a New Zealand name, mate. This isn't New Zealand. Things don't make sense here.
Don't comment on our society.
Exactly.
that you've left ours.
Fuck off, Duane. Whatever. New Zealand bastard.
You are. You're. The problem is, Duane. What you're doing is you're bringing
Logic.
big logic and common sense to an argument to something that's been made by a government that clearly, in this country, in my opinion, do not have logic and common sense.
I think we all agree on that
this
one.
sort of stuff. I mean, when your chief of staff or whatever the fuck he was decides to drive for half an hour to a castle to test his eyesight with his kids in the car, you clearly know your government is completely.
Have you seen his spitting image puppet? It's the fucking.
Oh my
best.
god, it's hilarious.
It's like a Dracula kind of eyes.
And the head goes.
It's so good. Anyway, so that's what I've been up to.
Okay, mate.
All good though. All good in the hood. All good.
Top man. Right, okay, we've had some fun, boys, so far. We've had a bit of a laugh.
Don't sit there and go, now we're time for the boring shit where we go.
I'm just saying,
James.
I just want to get a bit serious for a minute, James, all right?
Uh-huh.
For fuck's sake. James, I'm hosting. I'll say what I want.
Go on, hit me, Dave.
You know, the road this year it's been long and arduous. But rejoice, as the end of the nightmare is almost upon us. The suffering is almost at an end. The final death throes of this monstrosity are playing out, and the hideous moans will soon be but horrible echoes in our minds. My friends, take comfort, as this is the penultimate New Games with James!
Yay! I'm going to be very brief for this because I'd rather just talk about the PlayStation 5 because that's new. So, the first game is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's out. I've seen obviously a lot of people in MLG are playing this. Stu?
I don't have an interest in it.
Yep, but
not at all.
I'm kind of like serious fatigued with Assassin's Creed.
I am planning in the new year to buy the DLC for Odyssey because I loved Odyssey, and that's the Assassin's Creed I'm more interested in. I don't care about Vikings.
Why is that
stuff? I'm sure it's a very good game, but it's just not every Assassin's Creed appeals to me. So,
but you look like a Viking, Stu.
Oh, thank you very much.
Is it because it reminds you of God of War?
I've only ever played 2 Assassin's Creed games, and one of them was Black Flag, which I loved, and Odyssey, which I love. And the others have just gone, can't be bothered.
Fair enough.
So,
yeah,
I quite like the dipping in, and I like it, So, and it tastes like other people are loving it. That's brilliant. So, all power.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll. I mean, Christ, I didn't drop in on Black Flag, and actually, that's on my pile. To be fair,
it's a great game.
Black Flag is good.
Yeah. I guess I'm totally lost of it. 3, I think I did, and when I get into Assassin's Creed, I got into it completely, but then I've skipped a few like you. I've loads. I fucking lost it.
There's no story.
It might be one worth picking up.
It doesn't matter.
Might be one worth picking up.
Yeah,
like Vikings.
Was it Lee Cox that put on Facebook that he was something like 10 hours in before the title card?
Yeah.
Oh my god! How fucking long must that?
No, that's just Ubisoft being very pretentious and going, look at the size of our dick.
Yeah,
that's all they're doing.
So the next one, which I'm going to pick up in January, I've decided, is the DLC for Destiny 2. the Beyond Light.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to pick it up in January.
What?
What do
This
you mean,
is What do you mean? What do I mean? What? You dropped Destiny 2 like a fucking... I don't know.
Go on,
Give me something funny, Dave. Dave. Someone push Dave. What did he drop Destiny 2 like? Say something funny.
Like he shut his kid out of the bathroom because his kid was off school and he had to have a wank. I don't know.
There you go. There you go. No, but I'm quite surprised since you hate Destiny 2. What's changed then?
Well, so apparently one of the things I didn't like about it was the fact that one gun you get one gun and it's the same no matter how many times you get it. Apparently now they have different roles, so you can get different perks for it. Loads of people have said it's really good. A couple of the people from Cake Club have gone and got it, so
Okay.
I'm going to get it.
Don't you feel like you're going to be years behind?
Yeah, and that stuff never bothered me. I mean, I was behind when I first played Destiny, and I caught up quite quickly. So
Fair
think
enough.
He's
No
the second
problem
best
being
Destiny's player we know.
Yeah,
Yes,
Jacko,
he
so
is. Yeah.
he would catch up, wouldn't he?
So yeah, I think I'm going to get that.
No, and so if I get it, because I love Destiny 2, but just then you won't just stop fucking playing it.
No, I will not.
Hang on a sec,
Oh.
mate. How many bloody service games can you play? You've got FIFA, you've got COD, and then you're going to have Destiny 2. What?
All
Where
right,
are you
Mr.
gonna-
fucking Division.
No, but I've got one service game, that's it.
Yeah, but you
one.
play it all the time.
Yeah, and I haven't got like 3 on the go.
So
Just...
the question
got
I
time.
asked you is what's the problem with that?
No, I was just think, how do you manage that time? I'm jealous. That's what it is. I'm complete jealousy. I want to do that. I can't. So that's it.
Yeah, they are dangerous games to get into, aren't
yeah.
they?
Yeah.
There are things.
I sunk about 150. No, more than that. Probably 200 hours of Destiny. You know.
Yeah,
Way
see that's the
back,
thing is I haven't played other than our raid. When are we doing the raid, by the way?
Kingsville, we need to do that. We still need to do that.
We need to take that offline.
Keep on talking about it, and we're not
Right.
doing it, are we?
I know,
Yeah,
Um,
don't worry. Next week's better for me.
but I want to get back into it.
Yep, cool, man.
That's
I'll
what I'm
get
going
back
to.
into Destiny 2.
January the 1st, I'm going to buy it.
I
after
think
Christmas.
this year has really cured my Destiny addiction. It's really weird. But I see, because I've apart from when we've done those original Destiny raids, I've not touched Destiny at all, really. But apparently it's had a major graphical overhaul as well, so apparently it was really, really nice. Maybe because I got it as a digital, I might sort of see how it looks on PlayStation 5 when I eventually get one of those. It's just
Yeah,
Come on, James. Let's talk about PlayStation.
Yeah, this is why
And
we're
one
here.
last
This is why
one.
we're here.
No, not one last one. That is it. We'll talk about the PlayStation 5. So, have any of you got FOMO about
A
it?
little,
Yes,
a little,
massive.
a little.
A little bit.
A little.
Funny.
Yes.
So the reason
Okay,
I ask
massive.
is the reason I ask is because he's almost become like a sixth person on this podcast. So Rich and I have been witness to Jacko's FOMO and trying to order a PlayStation 5 since it's come out and
Can't
not
get
being able to, not getting through, and then he's finally got one through Game,
Yeah, I saw that one as well. Yeah.
and it looks like it's not going to be delivered till mid-December. So
Shit.
So I just wondered how everyone else is FOMO. See, I don't have.
Well, I have it a little bit, but
Not in the
I
slightest.
think with this shortage going on, I think not being able to get it actually kind of takes that pressure off, and kind of you think, well, I can't look at buying it anyway, so that kind of you don't worry about kind of like, oh shit, I need to get on
Completely
to
agree.
John. Apparently, John Lewis's website crashed because they said they're going to have some, and then everybody logged on and it just completely broke their servers. So
Amazon crashed.
So-
They've all been crashing.
So it's taking away that pressure and kind of like waiting for that initial hype to pass, I think is probably a good thing. So actually, in a kind of a weird way, yeah, I got a little bit of FOMO, but I think doing this, taking that pressure away, is actually a good thing, and not having that stress of trying to get it.
If we weren't doing the challenge, I would have been day one. Simple as that. I would have.
Me
As soon
too,
as I
me
could have pre-ordered, I would have pre-ordered, and that would have been
Same.
it. But now it's happened. I'm jealous that everybody's on there. I was playing Division 2 last night, and Tumshi came online, and he had his PS5, and he's playing Division 2 on his PS5.
Yeah.
And I was so
when you look down your friends list, and
I know,
you
you
see
can see
PS5 icon.
their
You see
icon.
the little,
I
you see the
know.
little picture, can't you? Yeah, of that, yeah.
And it's just, I really want one. But you know what? The launch lineup, okay, I think it's better than Xbox, but who cares? It's still not a very good launch lineup. I mean, you can still play Miles Morales, the Spider-Man game on the PS4, and and I really want to. Ratchet and Clank's not even out yet, is it?
No.
I believe.
No,
that is definitely a win a day one on that one because I love Ratchet and Clank. So, I'm quite happy.
I'm looking at Demon Souls.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at Demon Souls.
Wow, that looks ace.
In a way, I really want one so bad, but I'm also happy to wait. Well, I've got no choice. I will wait to January, and also there's a lot of bugs and stuff, which is like any OS.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they'll patch it. At least then we'll get a kind of a better version. And I don't know. I just want one.
Rich?
So.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just watching the panic through Twitter of people trying to buy, and I was like, do you know what? I feel kind of relieved that I'm not in that madness.
Yeah.
And it gives you a perspective. Just chill. Just give everything a month.
Yeah.
Just give everything 1 month.
Wait till after Christmas and you'll be fine.
And if I can continue that next year, which I probably won't, then that would be great. But just 1 month, relax. All the bugs, all the DLC, all the things just out. Just don't let them drag you in, man.
Yeah.
Chill, bruv.
Completely agree.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes New James with games. New James with James.
You've caught my disease.
November.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I have. Fucking hell. New James with games.
Great.
Maybe that's what 2021 will be. New James with games.
Yeah, can't be any worse than bloody this year. Jeez.
Nice one, mate. Thanks, James. Hey, do you guys remember these sporting achievements, major sporting achievements? Let's see how many of these you remember. Andy Murray's double gold medal at the London and Rio Olympics. Remember that?
Yeah, because he beat Federer in the final.
Yeah. Man United's double in the 98-99 season.
Yeah, wasn't that Solskjaer coming on and scoring a ridiculously quick hat-trick?
What about Daley Thompson's double Olympic gold medals? Remember those?
I'm not that fucking old.
Or Nigel Mansell's Formula 1 and IndyCar championship double?
I remember
that. I remember that. I remember his
Mm.
race with Senna at Monaco. That was amazing.
Real, proper double sporting achievements, doubles. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Really based in skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, now it's time for Dave is Challenged.
Dave is Challenged.
So it was a double dick, and we played a couple of games. We played Downwell, which was played between myself and Stuart.
Hello.
And most of us, apart from the bloke that hasn't got any games, played a game of Uno, but the specific challenge was between myself and Mr. Purvis.
That was a great game, that was.
So, shall I talk about it? Yeah. I'm quite happy to talk about both.
Let's do Downwell first.
Or,
let's get that one out of the way first.
Yeah, so Downwell, very quickly, myself versus Stu. It's on YouTube, and it was a competition to see. We had an hour to see who could get to the bottom. Well,
you say competition.
Yeah.
It was a competition.
Yeah.
Why do you say it like that, Rich?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
And actually,
I watched it. It didn't feel like much of a competition.
Well, myself and Stu had a chat before we started.
Yep.
And to my horror, I realised that Stu had actually got further in that game than I had.
And I thought he'd been playing this for years and was really good at it. And so I was quite excited that I was doing better than him.
I'd got to level 2/1 and before, and I said to Stu said I got to 2-3 or something, and I thought
3-1, I think it was
3-1. I thought shit, he's actually got further than I am. So that was a bit of a worry, but we played for an hour, and I got to. I can't remember.
I just didn't perform on the night. It just didn't stay up. It just didn't.
It didn't stay up.
No.
It was flaccid. It was flaccid, wasn't it?
It was a bit soft, a bit disappointing.
I was taking those blue pills, and they just were not working for me. Just weren't working.
So anyway, chalk one up to me on that one.
It was good though. I mean, it was fun. I did enjoy it. I mean,
it's a good game.
And it's bloody hard though. There's some of them not bosses, but some of the enemies in there are just arses. The birds as well. You keep on flying it. Oh.
They're fuckers. Yeah. You got to kill them before you go past them, really. Otherwise, they'll just chase you. So won that one. Happy with that. Quick shout out to Catherine Dan, who suggested that one, and actually published a link to a video that he'd made with.
Yeah, it was good. Have you watched it?
It was
really good. Yeah,
and he didn't get as far as us, I don't think, but that was funny. It was funny. His mate kept repeatedly calling somebody they knew fat bald, which
that would have been perfect for our podcast. That would have,
which made me laugh. So that was down well. It was a close thing, but I triumphed. So happy with that.
Well done. Sorry.
Slow clap there. Thank you for the slow clap. Brilliant. And the wanker signal. Then moved on. The next challenge was Uno against Rich.
That was very.
And to be honest, yes, listeners, I won that as well, which is why I'm crowing about it a bit. But I've got to say, Uno, especially the rules we were playing, fuck me, anything can happen in that
It is. It was close. It was a really close game.
I like that game. I like it with the rabbit pack.
But I was pushed by Rich on the last podcast, and I was forced to give an answer as to what is it, skill or luck. And he was particularly strong on that, and he made me answer, and I said it was skill. And he said,
"Well, hang on. Okay, you gave a percentage of skill."
60,
I said
40,
60% skill, 40% luck. Because Rich pushed me on it, and I stick by that. Although I would actually say it's probably more 70% skill and 30% luck.
Yeah.
But that's just splitting hairs.
No, there's no way. That game right up to the end was close.
It was tense.
Really
that's on the YouTube.
Sorry, can we just
go on, Rich.
Right up into the end?
What?
Right up into the end, just the very end bit, when just about we were just playing a game, and just as the game apparently was playing out, watch the stream. What you'll notice, suspiciously. And not that because we've been watching listening to Ed Snowden's book or anything like that. James got booted. Then I got booted. And then Stu declared Dave the winner. After...
You got booted at the exact moment Stu put his last card down to win.
Apparently so. Apparently so. Apparently
it's on the stream. Watch the stream, man.
Right, Rich, trust me, I am not in cahoots with Dave. Trust me on this, mate.
Yeah,
honestly.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I agree. There was no cahoots.
You suspiciously have thrown every single challenge against Dave.
That is a fair point.
Moving down well, which you have been documented as being better at than Dave.
I've never said I was better. I never said I was better.
I'm sorry, 3-1. You didn't get 1-3.
I never said I was better.
You were 2 worlds behind.
I can't help it. I'm terrible.
But your history says that 3-1 was about where you could get to. So I was expecting a 2-2, 2-3.
Wow.
You didn't get a 1-3. Game thrown.
I didn't realise you were that bitter that you're taking it out on me that you lost Uno.
Game forfeited.
What?
Game forfeited. Well, we basically forfeited. Well, James and I were thrown early, and you played the game, which obviously finished it off. And I think if we went back through the records, there will be a suspicious history of you throwing games against Dave.
Rich, you want to stop listening to that Ed Snowden book, mate? It's fucking with your head.
I'm just saying. But congratulations, Dave. Well done.
double whammy for me.
So
this
what's
month,
that?
boys.
What's
Double
that put
whammy.
the tally at now?
I want a recount.
So, from the euphoria of winning twice brings me to the despair, back to the despair of everybody's golf, because the score is 7-4.
Against.
To you fuckers. If I had not thrown away everybody's golf, it would be 6-5, and I would have a chance to tie next month. As it happens.
I just thank God that you can only have afforded to bribe one person in the podcast.
Fuck.
Because otherwise those scores would be different.
Mate, you bribed me into fucking saying I wanked in your back garden.
Stu is what is?
Oh no, what am I?
Nevada.
I'm a Nevada. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Of that, I think you're in Dave's pocket.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but luckily he tried to get Duane in his pocket, but Duane's stalwart there. He just won't be swayed. But there you go. But congratulations, Dave.
Thanks.
7-4.
Thanks, Rich. That was sincere. Thank you. So anyway, it's 7-4.
It is 7-4.
Yeah, 7-4. Which I've had a double victory this month. Very happy. But let's talk about next month, because I do not know. I've got a fucking clue what we're doing next month, if I'm honest. It's somebody's turn to challenge me. I don't know who, I don't know when, and I don't know why. So
we have a plan.
Me?
Right, we have a plan, but it's now stopped the plan, and I'm staying away from the plan. Because the plan was between me and James. I think we needed to choose something. But because of that outburst of Mr. Purvis just then, I'm staying well away from this one. I'm not picking no games. And I'm not being challenged either. He's picking it. Or James can pick it. I'm staying away from it. No, away from it. I had a game planned. But no, I'm walking away. So off you go.
Oh, hang on a minute.
No. You've told this. The plagiarism there was plagiarism. I have not forfeited.
The toys are everywhere.
So I'm saying,
what's fucking going on here?
Yeah, Richard's accused me of cahooting you. No way.
He's thrown every game.
No. Yeah, so therefore I'm not picking this one, even though I had a game picked, but I'm not doing it.
Stu, we had this prearranged. You suggested
you're right.
game,
You're right.
Then losing it.
But I didn't realise that Rich was going to get a bat and start smashing me around the face. So he's doing it now. He can do it. He can pick it.
Okay.
Chaos, absolute chaos.
I'm going to pick what's it called? Worms Battleground.
Worms Battlefield 1.
Yeah, you can't pick that because I picked that. So you've got to pick something different. Go.
Oh my God! Hang on a minute. You're getting in the way of comedy here.
Worms
you can't have it both ways, Rich.
You
You can't start accusing people of being shit and then, not having something to back it up in the end.
I didn't accuse you of being shit. I know you're a better gamer than how many times
I am
Dave
not a better
gamer.
gamer. He's completed Bloodborne. I'm not a better gamer.
There you go.
So is it Worms Battlegrounds next month?
I don't know. Is it Rich? I don't know.
Okay.
Come on, Stu.
I'm not picking it because I've just been accused of cahooting with James.
James, what was arranged
All right,
before
okay,
then, James?
so
you step in, mate.
It's Worms Battleground. It was going to be against... 4 of us were going to play it. You, myself, Stu, and Rich. And obviously, Duane can't.
Is Duane not?
No, I've not. No.
Amazingly, no.
I don't have that game.
Shockingly.
You're joking.
And it was going to be you against Stu, but it's now clearly going to be you against me.
Yeah, definitely. I'm staying away from this toxic waste. It is.
Unfortunately, we still haven't managed to pick up all of Stu's toys yet. So
my toys? These Purvis' toys?
This is brilliant. This is brilliant.
Any toys that we had picked up have just gone back out again. So
we just started picking them up. Then we almost had them all gathered in, and now they've gone again.
We just can't have that mole in there. Just the Dominic, the pretty Patel of the podcast.
Nice, like it. So
this is great. So it's Worms Battlegrounds next month.
Yeah, you against me. I mean, it's a 4-player game, so but it might only be a 3-player. I don't know what Stu's going to do. You know, we'll have to.
I'll join in, but like the challenge
good.
though will be between you and Dave. I mean, we'll just be there as just fodder.
Okay.
I think there is a weapon in that game called the handbag grenade. So Stu's sort of waving his handbag around it.
Yeah, so he'll have. He'll be loaded up with those.
Particular weapon.
Hang on, Dave.
Dave, hang on a minute. He's
fuck me.
He's your
Is this
bitch.
Pick on Stew Day or something? What the fuck?
Anyway, okay, fine.
Worms Battlegrounds
Yeah.
next month.
Dave is playing someone who isn't on the
Who isn't
on
me.
his books. Isn't on his books.
All right, we've had a bit of bother here, boys. Obviously, we've had a little bit of bother, but let's not let that detract from the fact that I've fucking won twice.
Well, I haven't finished the plan yet, so that's December. Or was that
Yeah.
no? That's
that'll be the December challenge.
But what we're also going to do, and then what we're also going to do is as a final send off before we do our last podcast in January to hand over, we're going to do an extra special Davis challenge where it's you against all of us.
Ooh.
And we're going to have an hour on Fall Guys.
Yes.
And if you win that, Dave, let's say you win, Dick.
Ooh, all or nothing. All or nothing.
There you go, an all or nothing.
All or nothing.
You've got to beat us all. You've got to beat us all. You've got
But
to
you've
beat
got
us
to beat
all.
all 4 of us.
You've got to beat all 4 of us. But if you do, and
Oh my god, redemption!
Okay.
Oh, that would be
and then we will hand you the Dick trophy.
All or
that's
nothing.
Fantastic. Right, that's something to look forward to. But do I have to win?
Hang on a sec. He's already played
Worms
this game.
Battlegrounds
I
to
haven't.
facilitate that.
What?
I haven't played it, Stu. Don't start on me. Don't fucking start on me, you bastard.
We haven't got time to drag that out. Don't drag that up. Okay, so we've got some exciting competitions. It's all or nothing competition in January. But you have to win this one to open up that trophy.
I understand.
If you don't win this one, you've lost Dick. But if you win this one, then Fall Guys will be an all or nothing.
Fucking hell, I'm excited now. Okay, brilliant.
Okay, so here we go. Worms v James. Nail that one. Makes it 7-5, and then we'll give you a.
I could be
an all
coming
or
back
nothing.
from the brink here. Brilliant.
Tell you what, Dave.
Okay.
Dave, in order to win Worms Battleground, all you need to do, give me a reach round. All good.
Like I did with Stu, yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, excellent. Good. Right. So,
Okay.
right, let's move on to the next section. And we've actually got a new section this month. So, earlier in the month, myself and Duane, along with Stu, who just kind of lurked silently in the cyber background watching.
Pervert.
Like Barry Chuckle.
Standard. Anyway, we got a chance to speak to the next generation, the Year of Shame 2021 challengers, namely Hannah Ward, Serena Haywood, and Cath Macaulay. So, let's have a listen. Dave, it's over to you. Okay, thanks, Dave. Great presenting, by the way. The show sounds like it's going brilliantly so far. So, I'm joined... Be quiet, Duane. I'm joined by my fellow host, NGD, aka No Games Duane. Hello, Duane. How you doing?
Good morning. How's it going?
All right. So, and we're also joined by YOS TNG, aka Year of Shame, The Next Generation, aka Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
And Cath. Hi, Cath.
What's up?
What's up?
Love it.
so gangster. Oh my god.
And last but not least, Serena. Hi, Serena.
Hello.
Right then, guys. Thanks for joining us. So, with this kind of little segment is for us to get to know you guys a little bit better before your big Year of Shame adventure starts next year. So, in order to do that, we're going to ask you some questions, or Duane, the interrogator, is going to ask you some questions. So, take it away, Duane.
Well, I think the question that's on everybody's minds, as much as it was when just before we started, why the hell are you doing this? Start with Cath, I think.
Well, I think the main reason for doing it is just to try to avoid buying a console too soon. So obviously the new generation is just coming out, and there's going to be loads of problems. In fact, I think there already are a few problems, but I just want to wait a little while before buying it so that maybe the price comes down, maybe there's a better bundle, and they sort out all the issues with it.
Okay, seems fair enough. What about you, Serena?
I'm going to be super logical because that's just the way I am. It's going to be another year of lockdown, basically. I'm trying to find shit to do. Also,
I think that sounds fair enough.
Yeah, also I've just had a baby as well, so I'm kind of on maternity.
Oh, congratulations. That's really cool.
Thanks.
And Hannah?
To be honest, I've got a really, really bad habit of just seeing a game, buying it, then I'll watch my partner fully complete the game when I've played about half an hour of it. So it's probably my turn to actually play through a game rather than just watch someone else do it.
So you'll play half an hour of a game and then stop playing it?
That sounds like Dave.
Pretty much, and I'll just sit there and watch Kyle play a full game.
Well, that's how Dave does his
good.
games.
That's
it's one of his. It's normally his son that completes the games for him.
I hear his daughter's quite a gamer as well.
Oh yeah, she
is
all his games.
She plays them, so I don't have to.
So I think that's something Cath kind of alluded to there with waiting for the next gen. That's going to be something I was going to ask. So about you other girls, was this something you were going to do, an opportunity to sort of clear out some of your old games before you jump onto the new gen? Hannah?
To be honest, I hadn't really thought about buying next gen yet. We'd sort of kept an eye on them to do with the cost and everything like that. So I think money wise, it's always a big thing. Just seeing what price they're going to initially bring them out at, and then just make your decision from there.
Do you guys have a console each then, or do you share?
No, we have. We've both got Xbox, PS4, and PC.
Right. Okay. So you have to buy double every time you buy one.
Yeah, we've both got all three. So we tend to do the way. So if you buy a game on Xbox, if you've got each other's console as your home console, you only have to buy one copy digitally.
Oh yeah.
But obviously going forward, won't be able to do that, so he'll have to buy his own.
Oh yeah, bastard. What about you, Serena? Are you sort of putting off buying the next gen? Is this a reason, a good excuse to put off?
No, I'm fucking itching to get the PS5 as soon as I can.
I've actually said in the group chat, so I've not at all been looking on all the online retailers here to see if they've actually got any for sale. I've definitely not been looking.
Very sadly, I have. I've actually got an alarm set. So my husband basically mentioned that all the retailers are going to ship them online because we're in lockdown again in the UK.
Yep.
And he's like, they're all going to get released again throughout the day on the 12th. So I've set an alarm for 2 minutes before midnight before the 19th. So I'm going to check, see if I can get straight in there on the 19th.
So are you feeling the pressure to get it this year then, are you? You have to get one this year?
I'd like one this year.
Before the year ends, yeah.
I'd like one this year. Also, I think the rules are that I probably have to get one this year, right, girls?
If you're going to get it, it has to be this year or not until 2022.
Yeah. No, that's not going to happen. So
I'm
buying one. Even if I end up buying 5 this year just to try and source one, I will do that.
Oh, you're that person. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, all the more for you guys. All the more for you guys.
Have you guys had a discussion about rules then? And are you doing anything different with the rules?
Yeah, we've had to have a discussion about the rules in order to figure out what we're doing about subscriptions.
Yep.
And also to include a rule about sharing your console with family, so that if someone plays a game you're not supposed to, that sort of problem is dealt with.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. So preempting that one, that's a good idea, because that one's caused us no end of strife this year.
Oh,
Well,
has
it's
it?
called. It's
Has there been a
called.
problem with that one?
Yeah, it's like, well, for some of us have fallen down that little trap. Some of us haven't really had an issue. Those who don't have kids who play, or those who don't have kids. Out of interest, how big are your piles, Cath?
Well, fairly monstrous because, like the other girls, I've got a range of consoles and devices and stuff that I've been playing on, and I think what with Game Pass as well, it's getting out of control a bit. So I mean that's sort of another reason why I want to do Year of Shame, is just to play these games that I was very excited about when I first bought them, like Red Dead Redemption 2, and then something else shinier comes along and that sort of gets brushed aside. And it's supposed to be a brilliant game, and I've got quite a few of them, so I just really want to play them and enjoy them and then move on.
Fair enough. Serena, how big is your pile, out of interest?
I'm so jealous you still got that to play. It's just so fun. My pile is actually almost at 0. I've only just bought 2 new games, and because I've obviously gone through pregnancy for a lot of this year and sitting on my arse and lockdown and out of work, I've got through it. So I'm now trying to get the.
So why didn't you join us for our year? That would have put us at 6. That would have been quite fun. So what are you going to do then? Are you going to just go out and buy a whole load of games?
Yeah. And I know that there's some, because my husband's told me now, there are some in storage somewhere that we've not touched, so I need to go and find them before the end of the year. Oh, that would be fun.
That's fun. We want a video log of that, please. Your spelunking expedition. That'd be pretty cool.
They're in there somewhere. I think they're in the shed, to be honest. So I'll go find them.
Do you know what they are?
Sounds great.
Do I know what they are? It's just old shit like Mario Kart and things like that. So there's games on all separate consoles, and I just have to find them. I have to locate them because I tend to buy them on disc because it's a lot cheaper. So
just out of curiosity, why are they sort of being kept and sort of put into storage rather than sold?
Because some of them I don't want to get rid of. Some of them, if I haven't finished it, but I've deleted everything off the machine to make space for new games, then I've kept it because I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it. So I don't buy extra storage, external storage. I will just use what I've got and then remove stuff and then start again. So, yeah.
Okay. Hannah, how big is your pile?
I've probably, since getting the PC, I've probably got more on sort of PC and that than I do the others. We've also got a bad habit of buying games across all 3, so I might have completed a game on Xbox that I haven't completed that I've also bought it on PlayStation and PC for some random reason, so I guess I've got to decide whether I want to complete the same game across every sort of platform I've got it on, or so it could be smaller, it could be bigger. I haven't fully decided how I'm gonna do it yet.
Okay, interesting. So I think Cath talked about the Game Pass subscription and that kind of thing. So how are you guys going to handle that? How are you going to deal with that as a thing?
Okay, so yeah, so the cat's just jumping around the place.
Kitty.
Yeah. So how we're going to deal with that? I think we've agreed to have sort of a maximum number of games that you can include from a subscription.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if just trying to remember, because we talked about this the other week, and I've actually written everything up so that we can make sure that we've caught everything that we need to. But you basically need to add all your Game Pass or other subscription games to your list by the end of December, and then if you download another game that isn't on that list, then that's Joker or cheating. So if it's not on that list at the end of December, then you can't play it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's pretty much how I think I would have worked, because we were talking about it in our group, and I said that's pretty much how I do it. Like everything you want is on your list before you start, and then anything that gets released after that you can't touch without it either being Joker or cheating.
Yeah, it's essentially got to be treated as though you've purchased a game like any other game, and then if it's not there, you can't play it. So
did we not also have a limit? I think we had 10 per subscription.
Sort of as a ballpark figure, I suggested 10, but I think we just need to have a follow-up conversation about that just to make sure that everyone's happy. I want to thank the community for all their suggestions as to how to deal with the Game Pass problem as well.
It was a
really
real
good ideas there.
It was a real minefield because I was reading through that thread and it was just an absolute minefield of things
it was nice that people had opinions.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
That thread had more comments than anything that we've ever posted since we've been doing Year of Shame. So, you did well. You did well.
Yeah, well done. So, talking about the community, how did you guys actually get into MLG? How did you find your way into its warm, welcoming bosom? Serena?
So back in the day, it was an open community, which meant that every time someone posted in the community that was a friend of yours, it would appear in your feed. And I've known James Watley, for a very long time.
Oh yes, that's how I came through James.
Infamous Watley. And then I think it was almost a month or two after that, people were complaining that people from work, so their employment, could see when they were taking days off work, and then they were just fucking around and calling in sick essentially, and just playing games. So they're like, "Can we lock it down? Can we lock it down?" And they were like, "Yeah, all right, fine, that makes sense." So then it got locked down. But yeah,
that's good. That's good. I'll agree with that as a principle. Don't want to get told off by Facebook, dogged in by Facebook. Hannah?
Well, I've recently joined sort of in the last sort of 5 years, just through my partner Kyle, who's been on the group for quite a few years. We live in the same town as quite a few, like Matt Jones, Phil Bonner, Victoria Bonner. So it's just sort of through friends more than anything.
Cool. What about you, Cath?
Well, I think, it was a while ago now, so I think what it was that I discovered the podcast first, and found it very entertaining, and then went to EGX by myself in Birmingham a few years ago, and just wanted to meet up with people, and they said that, where they were going to be meeting up, and I very timidly just sort of rolled up into the pub and met everyone.
Was that the year I was there? 2016. When it was at Birmingham?
It might have been 2016, yeah. But I met everyone, they made me feel very welcome, and just thought it was amazing.
I think that's the year I went. And like you, I went on my own, and it was just like family. It was great.
Exactly, yeah. It was really nice to meet them, and very welcoming, and after a couple of pints, just felt like old friends.
Have you missed running up that canal with a hangover this year, Cath? Because I haven't.
I have actually. I always really enjoy doing that, even though the guys do it at the crack of dawn. It's that's something that I look forward to, and it's just nice to sort of hang out with them as well.
Yeah, we'll do it next
and not be pissed. Well, for that long. Well, yeah. In fact, mostly fighting off hangovers when we do that run.
Yeah, that's the only way to do that run, is hangover.
But yeah, it's a nice thing to do, and I have missed it.
Next year, hopefully, we'll do it.
Next year.
Can I ask a question then, Duane?
I think I've exhausted my questions actually.
Excellent. I'll just probably ask them maybe as a final question what you guys are most looking forward to about next year, and also what you're least looking forward to. Serena, do you want to kick us off?
Is this in general, or is this about the Year of Shame?
About the Year of Shame. Yeah,
don't go with both if you want. We're pretty open.
Next year, I think personally we're trying to buy a house, another one, so we want to move from this one to our forever home, so hopefully that happens next year. We haven't started looking, we're just kind of in the initial phases at the moment, so fingers crossed we can kick that off and do that next year.
And what about the Year of Shame? What's excites you about that?
Most looking forward to in the Year of Shame is actually completing the pile of games, because I want to give myself a challenge. So I'm not going to just give myself a game a month, because that, even though I have 2 kids, I do actually want to give myself a bit of a challenge. So I want to kind of stack them on. So probably most looking forward to completing the pile. But also I think having the monthly catch-ups with the girls, I think that'll be a lot of fun.
That's actually it is actually a lot of fun.
I'm quite looking forward to that.
Doing a podcast, it's great fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So that's 2 things I'm looking forward to with the Year of Shame.
Excellent. Anything you're a bit worried about?
Anything I'm worried about is probably I'm quite ambitious. So if I give myself like 25 games to play, and then I don't know, my kid gets sick for 3 months, I'm fucked, don't I? So let's see what happens.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, okay. Hannah?
Probably looking forward to, as you say, just sort of together with the girls, we'd discussed like downloading a few games that we can all sort of play together, maybe stream together like yous have been doing, which would be quite a lot of fun. Actually saving some money because we've got our wedding in July next year. Hope, fingers crossed.
Let's hope so.
Congratulations, brilliant.
Yeah, not looking forward to probably just the actual pressure of like, will I actually complete any games? Because as I've said, my habit of just dropping things and moving on is quite
that
quite
really
high.
hasn't bothered Dave.
No, I've done that all year. I wouldn't worry about it.
So don't worry about it.
What about you, Cath?
Well, I guess I'm the same as Serena. The thing that I'm most looking forward to is just the shenanigans with the girls. So we're going to sort of be setting challenges, and I think it's going to be a real good laugh doing it.
Yeah.
And I guess the thing I'm least looking forward to is when there's a couple of releases that I want to buy both of them. How do I pick? Do I buy it and then blame it on my kid that I don't have? I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's what I'm sort of least looking forward to.
I think we've probably had it quite good this year because not really that much has come out this year. So I think
there's been a handful, but there's nothing.
We've been quite
challenging.
lucky. Yeah, but you guys might find it a bit difficult next year. I think there'll be some better stuff coming out.
But maybe not, because that'll mostly be for next gen. So it might actually be quite sort of lucky on that front. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you say that, but then there's the new Far Cry that's coming out in February that looks amazing, and they've just announced that Godfall is going to be coming out on the Xbox as well. And then there's Diablo 4, so that's already 3 games.
Yeah, that's what's going to get me, that one.
Okay, brilliant. Right, well, Duane, have you got any more questions, or are you?
No, I was done. So I'd just like to just say, wish these ladies a
I've got
lot of luck.
Oh, okay. Question for you guys.
Oh yes, yeah.
So, what are you most looking forward to when your year of shame comes to an end? Duane, you first.
Me first. Okay, so I think getting that PlayStation 5. I mean, I have been looking, but I won't buy it. I've done so well this year to actually kind of stick to the rules and actually not even break any of the rules in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, I think getting that PlayStation 5 on hopefully like the first week of January when it sort of rolls around. Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking at. And actually kind of being able to kind of go onto the PlayStation Network store and go, actually, I can buy it. It's fine. It's cheap. I can buy it. I don't have to go, I could have that if I wasn't doing this. Yeah, I think that's just the freedom again to just buy shit.
Cool. Dave?
Probably the same as Duane, to be honest. I cannot wait to get the that PlayStation 5 controller in my hand. I've heard loads of great stuff about it. Just to get that controller in my hand, I'll wait till the 1st of January because to buy the controller before then
that'd be cheating.
Would constitute a rule break. That would be cheating.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I wouldn't do that.
I would consider.
There's no way.
No.
Not intentionally, no. But so yeah, that really, and I'm really looking forward to playing Ghost of Tsushima. I think that'll be a January the 1st game for me because I've been eyeing that with some envy this year.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that, and I'm really excited to play Demon's Souls on. Now I've gotten into Bloodborne, so yeah, getting into some of those old Souls games. It does look so good.
I'm contemplating buying that. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm thinking about getting Demon's Souls.
No, I'm definitely. That's going to be the first game I get on the PlayStation 5.
Looking at the graphics for it, it
just looks
stunning.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So nice. So anyway, ladies, good luck with your year. It will fly by. It has flown by for us. So it's just gone, despite all the shit that's gone on this year with lockdown and everything, has gone really, really quickly. So good luck, and we'll be listening with interest.
Do you have any? Do you have any tips to pass on?
Don't go on the PlayStation Network store. Just don't do it. You'll just kick yourself. Be like, no, just don't do it.
The only I just enjoy it really is what I would say, and you guys have all said that one of the things you're looking forward to is just spending time with each other every month, and that is a brilliant thing. The five of us have had so much fun this year. It's been great. So just enjoy it, because it'll be over before you know it.
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I imagine.
in a way, it is a good thing. It is a good thing in a way.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I think we'll wrap it up there. So thanks for coming on, ladies, and giving your time up. We're looking forward to seeing how you guys get on next year.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Best of luck with it, and we'll hand back over to Dave on the main show.
Cheers, guys. Toodles.
Cheers. Bye.
Thanks, Dave. Excellent segment. Duane, I've got to say, we were professional.
Yeah, I know. What was going on? That was just completely unusual for us.
How professional.
They were amazing.
I think you'll find it's all in the edit.
Yeah. Boys, any tips then for the noobs for next year? Let's go around the room. Anybody got any tips?
Just have fun.
Yeah, I think just commit to those games that you didn't want to play. Just get through that barrier. Take it up to where you were and push it on another 4 or 5 hours, and then find that pleasure in the game. That's it. But then also pack a 5 if it really is shit.
Good advice.
But take it to where you took it and take it beyond that.
Yeah, yes, I like that.
And you'll find some diamonds.
Yeah, don't get too hung up in it.
Life is far too short to get completely, utterly bogged down with crap.
I think this year's proved that more than anything.
Doing this, yeah, definitely. And we're doing this because, because I think we like it. You know what? I've enjoyed also the break from buying everything and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't think I was that bad, but when I look back on how much stuff I have got, then maybe I was. But I quite like that now. I'm restricted to that one, but I don't think it's just enjoy it. That's it. That's all. That's my advice. Just enjoy what you can.
Yeah, and enjoy each other.
Absolutely. We're all friends here.
Because the three of you are going to be going through a very similar emotional journey, and it's important that you support each other. There's 3 of them, and get the community involved.
Easy to edit basically. With 3, I tell you.
Well, you'll be able to find out, Stu, when you edit it.
No. I believe Cath is editing, and I think Hannah may be editing some. I'm not too sure. I don't want to speak. It's up to them who's editing. But I know that Cath is very eager. Spent a couple of hours with Cath on a Zoom call about editing and YouTubing and all that kind of stuff. So no, she's completely committed, and she can't wait to get started. So, which is good.
Yeah,
I think we've got 3 people
who
we are completely happy to hand it over to.
Definitely.
I think they're going to take on, and they are going to take on that mantle.
It's going to be a good year.
It's going to be brilliant.
100%.
I can't wait to listen to it myself. I can't wait to listen to it as an outsider as well. You're going, I don't have to do it this year. I don't have to be called cheat every single minute of the day. I can just relax now and enjoy myself. So,
yeah, exactly. We've got some seriously knowledgeable gamers, and that's going to be really interesting.
Hannah's setup is ace as well. Have you seen the gaming room?
Yeah.
She has posted it on the MLG. It's brilliant as well.
Very nice.
They got the his and hers consoles thing going on. Fantastic. Okay. Anyway, good luck for next year, ladies, and we'll be listening.
Looking forward to it.
So, quick straw poll, and this will be quick. I just want a yes or a no from each of you. During that interview, it became... Well, actually, did it become apparent?
I think we hinted.
No,
I think we hinted.
To it in that interview. It became apparent because he messaged us. Stu has bought a PlayStation 5 controller.
Hello.
Is he a cheating fuck once again, yes or no, James?
Yes.
No.
Rich?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Stu?
No.
The rules say you can replace hardware if it's damaged.
So, but what? Okay, so I'm going to just sort of bring up a point here. So, in last month's question special, the one before, somebody talked about willfully destroying their controller. So that's something they did themselves. So would it be cheating therefore?
Which I have
which
not
you've not replaced. But if you had to buy another one, would that be deemed as cheating?
No. Well,
did Stu smash up his controllers?
My thing is, I wouldn't have gone out. Not that it wouldn't have worked, but I wouldn't have gone out and upgraded my controller. I would have gone with the same thing.
Okay.
What? Anyway, Stu,
were all your controllers broken?
No.
Yeah.
I said no.
No, you did just upgrade your controller.
No, I didn't upgrade.
You just upgraded.
Oh, did your previous PS5 controller?
Why did you? Why?
Are you finished? Finish this, whatever this is, whatever that is.
I was just doing a quick poll. Stu, what does it feel like?
That's taken away from the fact that you cheated. Is it nice?
You know, it's nice, but the problem is because I haven't got a PS5, I don't get the full haptic feedback and all that stuff. So,
but how does it feel?
Right. Okay.
Why the fuck?
This is actually the real question. Why, considering you don't have a PlayStation 5, did you even think to buy it? It's like buying a steering wheel for a Porsche or something, and just sitting on a bloody sofa pretending.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the controller. I may be wrong, but the controller's not a game.
No. Can I just ask why?
I believe.
You're defending.
I believe. No. I believe the controller is not a game.
I believe.
I had to buy some headphones the other day, which I'm wearing now, and they are branded PlayStation. So am I cheating because I bought some new headphones, which.
Were they replacing broken headphones?
Technically, yes, but that's not the point.
Hang on. This is
you know what? I really
don't
care. Right, this is my rationale for buying it. It wasn't a game. No, I'm serious now.
Okay.
Right? It wasn't a game, and I don't really want to have that extra investment to pay for next year, so I bought a controller.
You're spreading.
And that's all I did, and that's all it was for, and that is the absolute serious. It's not a game. I don't get a game with it. It doesn't advance. It's anything on the PS4. To play it on the PS4, I've got to use remote play. Fuck's sake, come on, remote play. You ain't gonna play a game on remote play.
My next question is. Wait. My next question. To be honest, can I now go and buy a PS5?
No.
And play it.
No,
with my library.
Because it does come with a free game.
But I won't be playing that. But I won't be playing that free game.
No. Can we buy a PS5 and just keep it in the box until January the 1st?
Probably not.
If you can find one.
No, that one's a new console. Come on, it's a controller. It's like buying a headset.
But keep it in the box.
It's not the game. What do you want me to say? I don't know what you want me to say.
Stu's going to absolutely fucking rage.
I'm not going to rage. I know I'm going to rage because I really honestly don't think I've done anything wrong. And you too. You lot are just trying to make me rage, and it's just like, it's too obvious.
We're trying to... Look,
no, it is.
Stuart.
No, I just don't
the only one on my side is Duane.
Basically, Stuart, what we're trying to do here, as you are the only person who has yet to do it, is say the word...
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to do it.
I just don't get it, Stu. Though I just don't get why you would buy a PS5 controller and clearly kick up this controversy.
I haven't.
I don't. But why do it?
The only person who's kicking up the controversy is you. I haven't started.
But you didn't have. But your PS4 controllers were working fine. Right?
Again,
and you said
you're
not getting any
PS5 controller.
Again, I believe when you buy a controller, you don't get a free game with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought we weren't allowed to buy
console. That's a brand new console.
Well,
okay, you know what? I'm a cheat. If that's what you want to hear, Rich, I'm a cheat. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care.
Cheating bastard,
Just remember the
cheating.
other month where you were losing your shit because everybody was like on your back about cheating about Fall Guys, and you were getting proper arsey about it. I'm not being arsey because I don't think I have cheated.
Yeah?
But if you want to say I'm a cheat,
No,
help yourself. I will play the cheating bastard jingle all the way through. Actually, every time I'm talking, I'll have it faded in the background, so it's just about here.
I mean, if you want to go to that, if you want to go to that level of,
I think I do. I think I do, James. I think I do.
That would be fantastic.
You know what? I'll do that for you.
Oh.
I think.
Mate, honestly,
I think the lady does protest too much.
I'm not protesting. That's the thing.
So do you know what?
This
I didn't even
segment
have
is
that.
taking far too long. I have no idea what you want me to say, Rich. I have no idea what you want to say.
So anyway, I didn't have that written down in my notes to mention. I just mentioned it off the cuff. I'm glad I did. So anyway, now it's time for Duane's community questions.
It's Duane's community question time.
A little bit disappointed you didn't have some kind of comedy segue for that, David. Seriously, you're normally kind of.
He's used all his comedy.
He's used them all up.
Duane, because it's so, your section is so good, there is no angle.
But the only reason it's so good is because the questions are good, and I think that kind of really helps having like good stuff to talk about. And boy, although we don't have a huge amount of questions, but they are of some pretty good quality. So let's hope we get some good answers from you guys with these. So we'll start off with Adam Boyne. And he says, a good soundtrack can mean you are whisked away to foreign lands, whilst a bad soundtrack probably means you're playing FIFA. Big dreams, Rich and James. What is your favourite game original soundtrack? Bonus points for something that isn't everyone else's, e.g. Final Fantasy or Zelda. So, Rich, start with you.
I don't know.
Yeah. I've never been one to. The only soundtracks that have really apply any kind of memory to are early Spectrum ones, and they're terrible soundtracks. So when the guys on MLG play, oh God, I can't remember the name of the guy. The old 8-bit soundtracks, those are the ones that really ring with me. So the ones that ring with me are the ones I actually hate, which is Jet Set Willy.
You hate Tetris music?
Ding, 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 ding,
oh,
ding, ding,
classic.
Ding, 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 ding. That one.
No, wait, hang on. Which is this one?
It's far too.
Oh, that's the Alton Towers theme tune.
What's that one?
It's definitely not Tetris.
That's not Tetris. I think that's Jet Set Willy.
No, it's definitely Alton Towers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that might be all. That's the Alton Towers thing. Yeah.
So we've decided Rich's favourite game soundtrack is Alton Towers. Awesome.
Alton Towers.
Alton Towers music. No, is that the Harry? Actually, that's the Harry Potter. That's the Harry Potter theme park bit on Alton Towers. Yeah. So yeah. So old Manic Miner.
Right. Dave.
Carry on.
Right, I take slight umbrage at Adam Boyne's comment with regards to the FIFA soundtrack because I believe one of the FIFA games, I don't know which one because I don't play them, but one of them,
1997 to 1997 Blur.
No, they had what was that? Oh fuck! What they call that band that were ace for 2 albums and then just sold out.
Oasis.
Shit.
Blur.
No. Oh my god!
It's Blur song 2. It's Blur. I know what you're talking about. It's Blur song 2 you're talking about.
Oh my god! Kings of Leon.
Oh, they were ace.
So they had a song on the
yeah,
FIFA soundtrack, and the Kings of Leon were ace, and the album, I think it came off their first album, that particular song. So I take slight umbrage with that. Anyway, that's by the by. It is a bit obvious, but the best gaming theme music is without doubt, Super Mario Galaxy. The music in there is fucking awesome.
Agree with that.
For why?
Because it's just catchy as fuck, and it's just orchestral and lovely, and
So I don't know if it's the same for Super Mario Galaxy, but when they released Mario Kart for the Switch, all the music was actually recorded by an orchestra, so it wasn't like digitally done. It was actually done with like live, real musicians, and it's absolutely outstanding. So that's.
I think Galaxy.
It's just so good.
It's just,
and it just like it's so much better for just being live orchestra. It's so good.
But it on its own, it's great music, but listening to it whilst you're playing that particular level, it just elevates the whole thing, and it's just love it.
Sounds like Dave needs a clean up.
It's good.
Stuart,
that's great. Who hasn't played Mario games?
Stuart doesn't like Mario games.
Yeah, I've no. It's the platformers. No interest in platformers. So, I mean, I love it that everybody likes them. I'm not saying that they're wrong at all. I'm saying people who like Oasis are wrong, but that's a different. I didn't
say I liked Oasis. I just said the first two albums were pretty good.
No. I just only because I don't like platformers doesn't mean they're not good games at all. So, but each to their own, I suppose. So, anyway, my choices are the Deus Ex soundtracks and the Mass Effect soundtracks. Okay. They are just wonderful. Now, I know what you were saying, Dave, about a catchy tune and all that, but if you ask me, what's a tune off those albums, I wouldn't know, because the music is perfect for the game and the environments, and they're so atmospheric. The Deus Ex one, actually, I think I like slightly more than the Mass Effect, but Mass Effect 2 is way better than the Mass Effect 3 one. But Mass Effect 3, I believe, Clint Mansell from Pop Will Eat Itself actually wrote a couple of tracks on that one, so I've obviously got a bit of fondness for it.
Nice,
yeah.
Nice,
oh, really?
Nice.
A bit of fondness for it.
Oh my god! I didn't know you were a Poppies fan.
Stowbridge massive. Poppies, Ned's, Wonder
yeah,
Stuff.
stout.
Nice.
And anyway,
but
look, Deus Ex stuff. I mean, I love the Deus Ex games, and they get such a bad rap, but they're brilliant, and the music is perfect, and the muted colours of the game, the browns, and it's just a wonderful thing. So my thing is just all the mainly Deus Ex, Human Revolution, Mankind Divided, and Mass Effect 2 and 3. Mass Effect 1, it was all right. But 2 is the way better one than 3, but it's great.
Cool. James?
So the early 2000s EA sports games, especially the Madden games.
I think he's after original soundtrack, so not like compilation of of songs.
So I always enjoyed. I know obviously their songs, but I always enjoyed those, especially the American versions. But of actual game music that I really enjoyed and I felt went really well with the game and added to it, and gets your emotions going. Is Halo.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, good one.
The music.
I don't know.
Halo.
I've never played a Halo game though, so
comes in with an Xbox.
No, the music in Halo is phenomenal. The music in Destiny is good, but the music in the first Halo game, that menu music and how it, and as you go through the game, how it peaks, it's brilliant. Love it.
Oh, that's one thing. I've me not being an Xbox person. I think that's one thing. If I ever do get an Xbox, I think that'll be one of the first things I'd probably jump into.
Well, to be fair, that's the only reason. That's the only reason I bought Destiny.
It's because of Halo.
Because it was Bungie.
Yeah, of course.
Same people.
It's the reason I bought Destiny.
So
yeah,
obviously this is very divisive because everybody's different. But as a person who played Halo, and then you went to Destiny. Could you see the difference? Did they change enough, or was it very the same, or was it a nice transition from a Halo fan to a Destiny fan?
So, if you take everything away and you just look at it for what it is, which is a first-person shooter, one thing Bungie do very, very well is first-person shooters. They're so smooth, the gunplay, the graphics, the way they shoot, everything about it is phenomenal. That was really good in Halo,
and also the kind of the expectation of just about completing it.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Destiny. It's just like, we're confident. They just get they raise the tension and then the completion.
But for me,
very, very well.
I bought it because the gunplay in Halo was so good. Best first-person shooter gunplay I'd played. That's why I bought Destiny, and Destiny 2 is equally good. It's just so smooth. I don't think there's another first-person shooter that is as good.
So
in that regard.
Do you think? So it's better than COD? Because that's normally the gold standard, isn't it? Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it is.
I don't play COD, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, so cool.
But not as good as Far Cry.
Oh, I love Far Cry. No, Far Cry is just a silly game. It's great though. The shooting in that's terrible.
What about you, Duane?
Just sort of, I kind of will echo your sentiments about the EA. So I know it's not OST, but I think just sort of mention it. The SSX games have some great tracks on, just for like when you're kind of doing that snowboard simulation thing. So yeah, that's really cool. But no, for me, I think kind of. It's one which kind of had like a bit of a contentious thing going on around it, which was the Everybody's Gone to the Rapture soundtrack, which was amazing. But the contention came with the radio station Classic FM, because it started appearing in their charts, because it's orchestral, it's classical pieces, but because it's not traditional classical, they didn't want to have it in their charts because we're classical music snobs. So they kind of boycotted it, removed it from their charts, even though it technically should have like been sitting in their charts because it is technically classical music. And then people are going, well, you're still allowing the Harry Potter soundtrack to be in there, so how is it any different? So it's kind of like, I kind of like felt quite aggrieved that, like, just because again it's this kind of like perception of it's a game, it's not valid. Whereas like if it's attached to a movie, it is. So yeah, but anyway, kind of that by the by. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. The soundtrack to that was just sublime. It's phenomenal. Just so well paced and put with the game.
I remember one of the first major scenes in that game was like when I think you're walking up a hill, because all you could do was walk,
or walk just a little bit faster.
Yeah, just a little bit faster, but by a hidden command prompt as well, wasn't it? It wasn't anyway.
L2.
But there was a bit. It walked over a hill, and I think it was a major story beat. And I believe there was lots of particle effects, and the music just really ramped up. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, I love that game. Great game.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Anyway, but yes, that's my answer. That one. So on to the next. Next year's one of next year's hosts, Cath Macaulay. She asks, if the British Empire was evil, and I did say, what do you mean was? Don't you mean if? Like the Empire in Star Wars. Who was Darth Vader? Minus points if there are two answers the same. Complete fail and go sit in the corner if you all answer the same. So, who would you consider to be Darth Vader from the British Empire? Start with James.
Oh, you bastard. I don't fucking know.
The fuck?
Are we talking...
So basically any political type figure, I suppose, from the last however long...
Well, I was trying to think of ones that would actually be topical. So for way back when in the very early 20th century, when the British Empire was at its biggest population-wise, and was 24% of the globe or whatever. And I thought, who was it? No, I just couldn't think. And then I sat down. No, I literally have nobody, because I'm trying to find somebody who goes throughout the whole thing and is a complete bastard, but then towards the end they're like, and then right at the end they do something heroic. And no British political people are like that.
Except
I think Churchill's a very touchy subject, isn't it? He's not.
Except Churchill. I'm sorry. I'm not saying my answer is Churchill, but you have just described Churchill.
I don't think I have, because I still think he was underlying.
I like the way James Googled 24%.
Well, I was trying to work,
and then chucks it in like it was a random thing that he knew. But whereas he,
no, of course I did, because that's I was trying to find something when the British Empire was in its pomp, when it was at its biggest. Roundabout.
You did a really good job of almost making it sound like you hadn't Googled it.
Would you have known any of that sort of stuff?
No, of course not.
Well, there you go. So why wouldn't you Google it? Because you want to get the information, don't you?
No, I would Google it. I just wouldn't make it sound like I hadn't Googled it.
Why? It's just talking normally.
Okay.
Anyway, so I don't really have an answer.
All right.
So
Okay, Richard Purvis.
So Churchill. So Cath is basically describing Churchill because he was responsible for one of the worst famines in India ever, and was an awful autocrat through his time. But towards the end, but he's not even. But Churchill's not even as good. He led us through World War II through just pure sort of bloody-minded, just pure bloody-mindedness.
To France, where he basically sunk the French army, just so Germany. Oh God! When I learned about that, it was just like, he did what? It absolutely blew me away when I learned about that.
Yeah, well, you know, in the Zulu wars, we basically invited all the leaders of the tribes onto the beaches in South Africa to basically say, look, guys, come and salute us off. We're fucking off, mate. So you guys have won. So you come and salute us off the beaches, and we'll be going off. And then we just turned our guns on all of them and just murdered them on the beaches. So yeah, the British Empire is crazy, but then again, every empire is crazy. So it is. But I think Cath is describing Churchill, and I'm no Churchill fan. It was another time.
It was another time. I still think he was underlying. I don't think that ever changed. He led us through World War II because he had to. You know, Darth Vader didn't have to turn on the Emperor. He could have just watched Luke Skywalker die. Whereas Churchill didn't really have that choice because he would have been ousted and lynched and.
Yeah, so I'm quite happy to say that I think Darth Vader is a better person than Churchill.
I don't think that's in question.
Yeah,
he had a much cooler sword.
Yeah,
fucking lightsaber, didn't he?
He did.
Did have a much. He had a better lightsaber than Churchill.
He had cigars.
He had a big cigar. Yeah.
Yeah, Darth Vader would have struggled with his cigars.
He's already slightly asthmatic.
Yes, he would have.
He's already slightly asthmatic.
That could have been his kryptonite.
Dave.
Oh, thank God we brought it round to some comedy.
Fucking hell, to be honest, I didn't have a clue about this. I had to Google this because I fucking
Google.
Nice.
I'm freely admitting to it. I looked up, and there was a guy called Edward Gibbon Wakefield, and the reason he stuck out was because
sounds like a fucking lefty to me.
He established the New Zealand colony.
Ooh, contentious. Okay.
So, was that a good thing or not? I don't know. If he hadn't done that, Duane would still
be
here
thing
with us
for me.
So it probably was a good thing he established that colony.
And did he also establish the Hobbit?
By proxy, I think he probably did, mate. Yeah.
Yep.
Is that where hobbits came from?
He did go to prison for 3 years for kidnapping a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, but that's a
Darth Vader-y thing to do, is it?
You can't use that excuse for everything.
I can see Darth Vader doing that kind of thing. And he did have a stroke and lost some physical function, which Darth Vader also lost some physical function, i.e. his arms and legs. Was it his arms and legs, or just his legs? I can't remember.
Everything. He was just a torso with a head.
Yeah, arms and legs. So there's a bit of similarity there. And also, Edward Gibbon Wakefield does sound like a bit of a... Sorry, Stu. Which Darth Vader also was, so... That's my answer, fucking straight off Google, to be honest.
Darth Vader had a serious disability and was just trying to do a job.
Good point.
And he did a good job. I'm not knocking the bloke.
But it was good at his job.
did.
Whether it was a good job or not is a different matter.
He was fucking brilliant. He was brilliant.
It was his job to do.
He was really good.
Who, Darth Vader?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
This is
failed.
the problem with. To be honest, it's a centralised government problem.
It wasn't all Darth's fault, was it? He didn't,
It's not.
I don't think he had the backup he could have had.
No, it's a centralisation of government. That's the and overreach.
It's a fair point. I mean, it's whoever hired all
his line manager, i.e. Emperor fucking Palpatine, threw him under the bus, didn't he? Really, he should be supporting the book, shouldn't he? And he just
it was a bad appraisal,
so Yeah, I feel a bit sorry for Darth.
Okay, brilliant. Did that make?
That didn't make any
last
sense,
25 minutes made any
No,
sense?
it didn't, mate. It didn't.
Stuart answered.
Well, all right.
Is everyone answered?
I haven't answered.
What you got?
Yeah, right. So I read this question and I thought, super motherfucking meat boys. No, I didn't. However, it has gone really bloody sombre since we had it. And I'm sorry, Kat. I mean, good question, but fucking hell. All us lot have gone really sad now. So I've actually put a note on my notes saying no politics. So mine's very much today, and there's no politicians involved, but it's two people who I just think are absolute dicks. James Dyson and Timothy Randall Martin, the owner of Wetherspoons, just dickheads. And I know they're not evil and they're not like empire crushing people, but they are just absolute knobheads who just need to just piss off. That's it, and that's politics.
Do you know who they are? They are the guy that who's the oh Christ Almighty! I'm gonna have another fucking moment.
Okay, what have I done? Shit.
Again. Yeah. What have I done? No. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah. But I was trying to describe the two Star Wars characters that Dyson was. Who's the guy in the... I was going to say in the grey cap, but they're all in the fucking grey cap. But who's the one who finally makes the order for the destruction of...
Grand Moff Tarkin, is it?
So which one do you think James Dyson is?
Tarkin.
Grand Moff Tarkin, or do you think Timothy is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, James Dyson,
he's
yeah.
a knob. Anyway, can we just get off this question?
Yeah.
Because it's too...
Well, I know, Dwayne's
I'm just
Oh, shit!
It's too political.
Jacob Rees-Mogg, because he's a dick. But anyway, so moving on.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure this is going to be any better.
It won't be. Is this Jacko's question?
Which politician celebrity would you most like to fight in game in Mortal Kombat, and what would be your finishing move? So I'll start and I'll say Jacob Rees-Mogg, because he's a dick.
Okay. Fucking hell, Duane does not like
and what would be
probably
your
something
finishing move
slow
on
and
him?
painful, like a flaying, like Bolton does in Game of Thrones to Theon. So remove parts, like nice and slow.
Yeah.
Like maybe make him listen to a bass solo from you.
You know what, Duane? You know the question was politician / celebrity.
No, Jacob Rees-Mogg. I don't actually hate any celebrities enough as much as I hate that man. Anyway, James.
Trump.
And finishing move?
I would probably take him up to the Empire State Building, whip his trousers off, and push him slowly down on top of the spike that is on top of it. No, not on top of my cock at all.
I was going to say, why are you taking his trousers?
Right, straight on top of the Empire State Building spike. Oh, as slow as I could possibly do it.
Dave.
But I could have picked from loads of people. Absolutely shitloads of people. Because there's so many...
So we haven't even touched on the whole Trump thing at the moment anyway, but yeah, so fucking impetuous child. Dave.
So, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't normally take against people, to be honest. I try not to. But this question got me thinking, and I would have to say Claudia Winkleman and Tess Daly.
What?
Okay.
I love how left field you've gone, Dave.
I don't necessarily dislike them as people.
Listen, hang on. If your finishing move is something sexual,
no,
you don't want to hear it. Right, this wasn't the question.
He's going to turn his camera off and get his...
They're probably nice people, right? And if any of you guys have watched Strictly, the way they say, when they introduce the judges, and they say in unison, both of them, they say, the judges, like that. And it really fucking winds me up. And I think what happened is, because they always say it together, and I think what happened is when they first started co-presenting after Bruce died, I think there was a bit of a row, and Tess was saying, I want to say the judges, I want to introduce judges, and Claudia was saying, no, I want to say it. And they were having a bit of a fucking whinge about it. And I think the producers just said, for fuck's sake, why don't you both just fucking say it at the same time? And that's what they do. And they say it in such an annoying way. Every time I hear it, it winds me.
Dave, one second, Stu. Can I just ask something? Look at me, Dave. Did you kill Jim?
Rich, steady.
No, that was... Mate. That was Barry George did that. Everyone knows it was Barry George. And if it wasn't Barry George, it was your fucking next door neighbour.
The one 20 miles away from him. That one.
So anyway, I would, it would be those two, and the finishing move would be the brutality. So Bruce Forsyth comes back from the grave. And suffocates the pair of them with his wig.
That's the
brutality. That was good. You basically, of all the people to pick, you've gone, how can I get some humour into this? And you've basically thought of brutality, and that's where you've gone from.
You've worked it back from there. I
can't stand the way they say the judges.
Brutality.
I haven't. The way they say the judges winds me up.
All things aside, though, Tess Daly's in her early mid-50s, I think. She's looking very good for someone that age.
Mate, she is a vacant fucking robot.
If I knew what early mid-50s was, are you in your late? Are you in your late mid-30s?
I'm in my late mid-30s.
She's in her early mid-50s. He's in his late mid-30s.
Okay, moving on, Richard.
Okay. Because I did have a chat with Jacko. I happened to. He mentioned it, and I did say so, and he said, I think this question is going to get quite dark, and I do think it's going to get.
You've not heard my answer yet.
So,
Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
He has kind of, as the person I killed, and be quite surprisingly, the person I said to Jacko that I would like to be in a fight with and kill may be a surprise to you, but it would be Nigel Farage.
Why would that be a surprise to
us? That's not a surprise. No, he's
because you think
I don't. Any right-minded, even a right-minded right-wing person would like Nigel Farage.
I would like to take. My finishing move was like to bend him over the table and shove a baguette up his arse.
Baguette.
I'd like to shove Trump up his arse. Just get Trump and shove him right up there.
But the person I dislike most on the planet is Katie fucking Hopkins.
Oh God! Again.
God,
yeah.
And I would like.
Would your finishing move be on her?
Anyone do the finishing move? Do you know what? A classic Mortal Kombat one. I'd like to rip her head off and hold her head with her spine dangling in front of me. That would please. That's the Mortal Kombat special. That's whose finishing move is that? Is that Zero's?
Might have been his or Scorpion's. Can't remember.
Scorpion's, yeah, that's.
I know Scorpion used to rip his mask off and breathe fire on them, didn't he?
Yeah, it was one of them. I think it was Zero's maybe that ripped their heads off and their spinal cord would be held on the thing. Finish him. So a classic, Mortal Kombat finishing move on Katie Hopkins because she's a.
Yay!
She is.
I won't
I
disagree
agree
with that. I won't disagree with that. So, Stuart, on to you.
Well, I'm going to bring it down to more of a light-hearted, and this is a name I'm about to say is a blast from the past, and I only mentioned it last night, and I have no idea what it came about. God, he is a twat.
Barrett.
Dappy. Remember Dappy? No. Remember Dappy? With the fucking hat? With the fucking... What the fuck was this all about?
Dappy.
Well,
he was
no, that hat is
Was
cool.
he in a boy band?
Oh, it is in his band.
That's
the worst fucking man in it. Anyway, so... Him,
Talisa,
and his crimes on music because of that fucking stupid hat and his just persona. And my finishing move would be to whip his hat right down and suffocate him, and then throw him overboard. Because I'll be on a boat, of course.
I'm so glad you've lightened it up, but I think in some way you made it dark.
Oh, come on. He was getting Dappy. It's also, you look at Dappy, you just start laughing. It doesn't matter. You just look at him. Look at Dappy. Do a search for Dappy on the internet. It's the funniest fucking thing you'll ever see. It's ridiculous.
You've drowned the bloke out of nowhere. You just invented the fact you're on a boat just so you could drown him after.
No. Well, that's up to him. He can drown. It's not me.
I can't have my headphones.
Anyway, that's my answer.
Well, that's brilliant. Thanks, Jacko. You've turned year of shame. You've turned year of shame into year of shameful.
Okay, so moving on now to something I'm hoping will be a little bit lighter. Sorry for the darkness, guys. Seriously. And so also sorry for the band The Darkness whilst we're on it, even though I had nothing to do with it, but I'm very sorry about that they even exist. Kev Atkinson on Facebook, he asks, you have to put together your COVID-19 bubble, but it must consist of the following. 1 video game character, 1 historical figure, and 1 midlife gamer who is coming round, and what couch co-op game do you all play? Stuart.
Ah, shit, I didn't read the last bit of that question. I'll have to make that up. Okay, right, so so my 3 people would be... Well, first one would be Fem Shep as my fictional character, because she's awesome. And my video game character, that is, sorry. My historical figure. Now, what do I say about this one? I am so thick. I have no idea. And I probably would have said, Archimedes, because he would have been great around a table. All the things he could have told you about and all the things of the future he could do. No, I've put Alan Partridge. I want that man as my historical figure. That man would be the best at a party. Just obviously, the Alan Partridge character. That's what I want.
But he's not real.
I don't care. Fuck it, I don't care. I want him to be real. It'd be the best thing in the world. The thing is, I've been watching loads of Alan Partridge recently, and the Bond episode. Have you seen that one?
Stop getting Bond wrong.
Bond wrong. That's the one. That's the best. So he's my historical figure, and if you want to argue against it, I don't care. He's my historical figure.
We're not going to argue
against that. And then Dave, I want you to come around my house and play games together, co-op. It'd be ace.
Mate.
It'd be ace with Fem Shep, Alan Partridge and Dave Packer. Fucking hell. The dream team right there. You know. But what game would we play? Oh, fuck it. I don't know. Because I didn't read that bit of the question. Think of a co-op game, Dave. Go.
We can. Well, I've thought of one, and it's in my answer. We'll come back to you, shall we?
I don't know. Oh, we could do COD split screen, even though I don't like COD. I don't know. I didn't answer that. I was more excited about Femshat, Alan Partridge and Packer as my dream team.
Love you, Stu.
James.
Game character Cade 7 from Destiny, because he's a sarky fucker. Historical figure. Same with Stu. I really struggle with those sorts of things, and I just couldn't think of anything off the top of my head. And what was it? Was it one from the Midlife Gamer, or was it from the
Midlife Gamer?
Midlife Gamer, which is included in this podcast. Obviously,
it is. We are what?
We are Midlife Gamers. So,
you know what? Probably Watley. I really got. Every time I see Watley once a year or speak to him, get on really well with Watley. And then I hardly ever speak to him, which is I'm terrible because I'm terrible at keeping in contact with people. What couch game? Uno.
Oh,
because Uno is such good fun. It's a game anybody can play.
Can I have that
No.
now?
Yes,
You can have it too. Of course you can. Of course you can.
That's fucking
Anybody can play that game, but it takes skill.
skill.
70%, 80. Sorry,
So
85% skill.
Can we just?
it takes to
I
win
didn't.
that
'Cause I didn't watch the stream. So did you actually win, or did you just beat Richard?
He won.
He actually
He
won
won.
one.
Just.
He
I
actually
think
won.
I actually
he
won.
actually won. Yeah, he did. They did. He had more points than
Well,
anybody.
there you go. So Dave, whilst we're on you,
Right, game character GLaDOS from my favorite game ever, Portal.
Oh,
I think
good
she'd
choice.
be
Good choice.
interesting.
Yeah.
So you basically you're with these people for a month in your house during lockdown, right? That's kind of I think GLaDOS will be a lot of fun. My historical figure. Do you know what? It's a great. Thanks, Kev. It's a great question, but it's a really hard question.
It is hard
to come up with answers with decent answers to that befit the question. It's a brilliant question. My historical figure would be Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
Because you're trying to get off with her.
There's a little bit of that in there, Rich. I can't lie. There's a bit of that there. But I think she would be fucking all over the place. I think she'd be up and down and... I don't know. I don't mean that like that either. No. Well, just make it more interesting. It would be a roller coaster of...
All the people then you could pick at the whole of history. Anybody. Okay. I know mine was fictional, so I've got no right to say, but anybody. Fictional or not. Marilyn Monroe, because,
Mate, it was a close run
she's
thing
a bit
between
mad.
It was a close run thing between her and Louis Spence. I'll be honest.
Oh, I can't think of anybody worse at being at a party.
So Marilyn Monroe, she'd be crazy, she'd be all over the place, up and down, make things interesting. I think her and GLaDOS would have some blazing rows. And you never know, I might get a chance with Marilyn. Midlife gamer would be he's a fucking top man, Neil Jarrett, because that would mean I wouldn't be the most drunk person.
Too true.
Thank you, Neil, for stopping me being the most drunk person. And we would play, if we were going to play a video game, we'd play Overcooked. Great game. If we were going to play a board game, it would have to be Pandemic. For obvious reasons.
So for me, this is tricky. So video game character probably... I don't know. This is really tricky because you're like, do you want somebody who's going to be good at the game that you've chosen to play? That's the thing. It's like, or are you like wanting to be? But anyway, so probably let's just go with because it'll kind of time with my next answer for the next question. Samus Aran from Metroid. Historical figure would be Freddie Mercury, I think. So it'd be quite cool to have around.
Oh, good choice.
Oh, yeah.
But he was in my last.
Yeah, he was in your last. He was in your last. So yeah, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Just because I think he's just like a complete fucking musical legend.
Awesome, yeah, great choice. Fantastic.
And I'm sorry to repeat somebody else's answer, but this is actually a tough call for my midlife gamer bubble buddy would be, and it's actually a toss up between Richard and Dave, and I think I'd probably go with Dave.
So you toss up first. How would you toss up?
Oh, good, you can have him.
And we would all play Mario Kart because you can't go wrong with Mario Kart.
Oh no, that is a good card game.
That was my other option.
You can't go wrong with Mario Kart. Did Richard answer this one? I can't remember. I'm just lost the plot, and he's wandered off, and I've upset him. Oh, he's coming back.
No. I haven't wandered off anywhere.
He was just telling the butler he finished with him for the night.
I had two answers for this, and we can cut one of them out, but because I haven't really thought it through. But if I'm being straight down the bat, my favourite video character ever is Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
So I'd have Nathan Drake, and then my historical character would have to be then Francis Drake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just to keep a nice line, but I couldn't then relate that through to through MLG.
Is the rapper Drake part of?
No, I don't think he is.
No, is he?
And if Drake was in that, that would be great. But if I was adding to another person, it would have to be probably Joe Middleton.
Joe.
Because so I'd bring Joe round the table. And we'd all play Fall Guys.
While you're punching in
just so I
the
could
arm.
Just so I could prove to Joe that I've never fucking played Fall Guys. So me, Francis Drake, Nathan Drake, and Joe Middleton would all play Fall Guys together.
Excellent.
Cool.
So since you like Nathan Drake so much, what are you thinking about the film? The Uncharted film? You got any thoughts on that?
It's just like Tomb Raider. I'll probably watch it for pornography.
At least you're honest.
Not for Nathan.
So just let that go, Dave. Just let it go, Dave. Just let it go.
I've got it. If I've got a man, if it's like, who have you got a man crush on? Come on, who doesn't have a man crush on Nathan Drake?
Wow.
Stu went all starry-eyed then.
Yeah.
Right.
I do like Joel in Last of Us as well.
Joel Last of yes, a bit morose, but
moving on. Let's get this one wrapped up, and then because we're at 2 hours 23 now. Thanks, Stu.
2 hours 20, 2 hours 21.
So
I thought it was 1:45.
Anyway, so another question from Kev, and he asks, or he says. So we've done great, and I'm not going to fail at this late stage, but if a game was to be released that would make us fail at this point, what would it be? I kind of also lead off because I alluded to it, but Metroid Prime 4 on the Switch, if that was released, I think I would definitely I'd just have to go for it because I just love those Metroid Prime games. I think even if they released the trilogy, I don't think I would probably be quite as tempted, but the full-on Metroid Prime 4, I'd be in. That would be me. I'd be like, no, fuck it, I'm done. Rich?
Yeah, it would either be Witcher 4 and oh no, God, it's gone out of my mind now. I'm gonna say another Witcher game.
Like Cyberpunk.
If another Witcher game came out.
Yeah, because Witcher 5 will come out before 4.
Yeah, it's Cyber.
Witcher 5.
Yeah. No, I don't work. GTA 7. GTA
6,
7?
Rich.
6. See, GTA 6. Yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
GTA 6. Yeah, another GTA
James?
game, I think.
Yeah, GTA 6 was going to be my answer because, and although to be fair, I'm not that sort of person, so I don't actually think there would be one that would fail. I sat there and went, Shenmue 3, but Shenmue 3 is already out, and I haven't got it. And then I thought, Destiny. I thought, no, not Destiny. You know, I thought, maybe The Last of Us 2. No, because The Last of Us 2, I'm not that sort of person. But GTA 6, I think I would struggle very hard to not buy that. Very hard.
Stu?
I've already. I think we've had this kind of question before, but mine would be Mass Effect.
Another Mass Effect.
And luckily, it's not coming out till it would be out next year. Is it June or spring next year? So I'm safe.
You're safe.
So, but if they released it now, I'll be buying it now. I wouldn't care. Play the cheap jingle all you like. I wouldn't care. But I'm quite excited because they're having apparently a PS5 or an Xbox Series X as well to keep them involved. Enhancements as well. So I'm happy that I am waiting.
Because you'll get the fullest version.
I'll get the ultimate version. It'll be ace. So, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to that, and it's gonna be
cool.
Great. That's my
and
answer.
Lastly, David.
Portal 3. If that released,
Portal 3. Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
You have mentioned that a few times, and that's a good choice.
Yep, I think that could also make me wobble. I think definitely. Anyway, so thanks for all those questions, guys. So there is, depending if we do questions for our wrap-up show, there is definitely one more question, a lot of questions. So if you've seriously got something you just need to know, please just let us ask. Oh, also, actually,
get them in now.
And also, Amy, a young lady called Amy Packer, did ask me a question, and I did answer. I did answer on the thread. But if anybody else is interested, my cats are called Pixie and Archie, and I did post a little picture there, which got a little bit of love from Amy and Cath. So
Pixie and Archie. So why are they called Pixie? Why Pixie and Archie?
That's just the names Lydia chose. She was like, they look like a Pixie and Archie. I was like, okay, it's fine. Yeah, and I went with it. I was like, it's cool. Anyway, so
fair enough. Yeah, Katie named our cats as well.
And what are your cats called?
So, one's called Figaro.
Figaro,
as in the cat from Pinocchio. However, he's not black and white; he's ginger and white. The other one, the middle one, is called Nefertiti.
Very Egyptian, very nice.
Yeah, and the last one is called Liebchen, which is the cat from The Witches.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. And what's your cat called, David? Have you got a cat?
It's affectionately known as Motherfucker. No, it's called Tilly. She's all right. She's okay. But I was trying to get Amy. I said to Amy last night. I said, put on the Facebook group. She said, oh, he's put a picture of his cats. And I said,
Tilly,
put on there.
She's all right.
Those cats look shit. And she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't. I said, go on, just put on there. Just put on there. Those cats are shit. But she wouldn't do it. She loves cats, and she thought your cats were lovely, Duane.
Yeah, I love my cats. I love all cats. I love all animals. So anyway, so yeah, we're done. So any more questions? You have at least one more chance, possibly another, depending if we do questions for the wrap up. So yeah, I think Dave, back to you.
Okay, right. Just a quick word on next month's show. Date for your diaries, guys. 18th of December. We're going to do something a bit different. YOS Live. That's right, a live show. 18th of December. Be there or be square.
Not there.
Hang on, no.
What we'll do.
Nobody's told me about this live. Hang on a sec. What have I got to wear? Have I got to wear a nice shirt and shit like and shoes and have I got to wear?
Brush your hair, shoe at least.
I've got to do my makeup and my hair.
I'm going to be
hair singular. Singular.
I'm going to be in my
take that
birthday
stocking
suit.
off your head. And you'll be fine. So I believe you will be seeing us, listeners. You will not be listeners, you will be viewers, because you will be seeing us in all our glory.
Not literally all of our glory.
Not full
Speak
frontal,
for yourself, Duane.
But in some kind of glory, and it will be a live event. We haven't planned it yet, but we will plan it. It will be a very good swan song to our year. So
fucking hell, that sounds like the worst advert.
Stay tuned. It'll be ace.
I wish I'd done it now.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it, Rich?
Me too. That was your first mistake. Rich, do you want to jump in and do one then?
Take two. No.
Oh, fuck it. This has been an edited nightmare.
No, mate, this is all right.
Fuck's sake. Please. We're over now 2.5 hours.
I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up now.
At 2 hours and 66 minutes.
66 minutes. Love it. Right, I'll just jump in with some stuff then, Stu. Stitch it together, mate, yeah? And we'll just... I'm gonna pass on to you now for housekeeping, all right?
Right. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Right, obviously everybody can get us on
no,
Facebook.
I haven't done it yet. I was just about to... No, I was going to say...
He's going to segue.
Pass on to... Mate, you just fucking jumped straight in. So anyway, guys, we're almost there. The last bit of stuff we got to talk about now is I'm going to pass on to Stu, and he's going to talk about housekeeping.
Yeah, woo.
There's a Facebook site, yeah, whatever. And apparently this is a YouTube channel. And
you can see both my victories on the YouTube channel, actually, in the last
Yeah, you can do that if you want to. Or, you just whatever you want to do, really. You can send a flare, and we might answer it. Put a message in a bottle, and we may pick it up. Semaphore. Good. I like it.
Pigeons?
But you know what
do we do pigeons?
Most of all, from everybody from the community. I wouldn't want pigeons.
MP3?
I want a fucking email with a bloody MP3 in it. Please. I want it. So, and that's it. That's
No, that would be really cool if they all did, like, if all the community sent us like a thing for our wrap-up show to say how much, like Steve Wright does, we're like, oh, hi Steve, yeah, love the show, that kind of thing. That would be awesome if they all kind of sent that kind of voicemail through, and so we could just get like some last-minute love. That'd be awesome. So yeah, guys, do that. Send us last-minute love.
Yeah.
But you have to say Steve Wright.
No, you don't.
You have to say Steve
You have to
Wright.
say love
Hi,
it.
Steve
You have to
Wright.
say love the show,
Hi,
Steve.
Hi, Steve Wright.
Okay.
Love the show.
Yeah. Do that, because that'll give us 3 minutes of content for the live show. That'd be fantastic.
Come on, wrap this chaos up.
I don't know what's happened.
It's
This
all
is
gone
just
to
completely.
pots now.
This is
Anyway,
just rumbles.
any other business? So, as Dave has pointed out, in December, not next year. In December, we're having a live show. It's going to be fucking brilliant. We are going to be really good. Trust me. Don't listen to Dave's advert. It was terrible. The advert, it's brilliant. It's going to be really good. Everyone's going to love it. And hopefully in December, not really chatted with them yet, so hopefully I'm not like forcing them into anything, but we may get a nice teaser show from the YOS 9 crew, so we'll see how that goes. But hopefully that'll be all happen. If not, we've got you. Obviously, you've heard the interview, what we've had today, and that might be more than enough for everybody. So anyway, we're all off now, so we'll see you in December and online. So back over to Dave for the outro.
Bye.
We haven't done the outro yet.
Yeah, okay.
That's the
Let's do that.
See you later.
Bye.
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 I'm off. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks for that. Tiddly pip.
Oh, this is going to be a fucking editing fucking nightmare.
No, shoot, it'll be alright, mate.